Game is about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen.
SEC nominee.
Yeah, he's got radio
four
feed.
interceptions. So does Andrew Makuba of 17 interceptions for Texas and a +7 in turnover margin. Those are the impact players for the Longhorns. Right now, your Texas 4 dealers drive tonight's lineups, and here are your fighting Texas Aggies. Texas A&M quarterback
Marcel Reed, number 10.
Here we go, guys. They're getting it started.
E.J. Smith, 22.
Texas A&M wide receivers.
Jabri Barber, number 1.
Number 3, Noah Thomas. Micah Tees, number 4. Number 7, Hussein Muhammad.
Jade Walker, number 9.
Number 11, Jacob Bostic.
Aggie tight ends.
84, Trey Watson.
17, Theo Mellon Nordstrom.
Shane Calhoun, number 82.
Number 18, Donovan Green.
The Texas A&M offensive line.
Number 60, Trey Zune.
Number 71, Chase Santos.
Number 67, TJ Shanahan.
Number 75, Cam Dewberry.
61, Coley Nuufayu.
I'm AJ Reed Adams, number 55.
78, Demetrius Crownover. Number 76, Rupert Foley II.
Aggie specialists.
Terry Bussey, number 2. Tyler White, number 37.
There he is.
Number 47, Randy Bonds.
Jacob Graham, number 48.
The Texas A&M defensive line.
11, Nick Gordon.
Shamar Turner, number 5.
Number 17, Albert Regis.
Shamar Stewart, number 4.
Cassius Howell, number 18.
David Hicks Jr., number 13. I'm number 15. My name is Rylan Kennedy.
Number 56, Rodas Getachew Johnson.
Aggie linebackers.
Number 21, Torian York.
Damian Sanford, 27. Number 0, Scooby Williams. Number 22,
Hey, Daniel, how's it going, man?
The Texas A&M secondary.
William Lee, number 26.
Dez Ricks, number 10.
Number 14, Javon Thomas.
Number 1, Bryce Anderson.
Number 25, Dalton Brooks.
Number 3, Marcus Radcliffe.
8, Jaden Hill.
Let's go, baby. Football time.
Mays, number 20.
And the tradition continues.
Nana Bodiosu, the 12th man.
One of those players has a chance to make history and go down in Aggie lore. Tonight's lineups brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Your Houston and South Texas area Ford dealers are proud to be the official truck and SUV of Texas A&M Athletics. We are that much closer to the opening kick between the fighting Texas Aggies and the Texas Longhorns for the 119th time. This has been the St. Joseph Health pregame show.
Let's
the kick
go.
approaching. It's Aggie football from Learfield.
The passion, the tradition, the rival.
All right, guys, we got it kicking off here just in a moment. Be sure to hit those likes. Let's get everybody in here. All right, guys, we're getting it started. Yours looks like yours is going to be starting.
the leading healthcare provider in the Brazos Valley and official healthcare provider of Texas A&M Athletics.
Marcel fires, complete. Walker inside the 5. Ja'Day Walker to the end zone. Touchdown. Ja'Day Walker, he took that pass and he got the rest of it all on his own.
Aggie football is on the air. Brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands. Coors Light. Choose chill and gig 'em Aggies. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. Twisted Tea. Hard iced tea for the 12th man. Please drink
12th man,
responsibly.
guys.
Capital Farm Credit. Together, we're better. Dos Equis. Official import beer of
Average
Texas
tickets
A&M
for this game are
Athletics.
$1,025.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Your Texas Ford dealers.
Impressive,
Ford
guys.
is the best in Texas. Hellman's, the official mayonnaise of Texas A&M Athletics. Pepsi Zero Sugar, made for football watching. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Texas A&M Aggies. Texas Mutual Insurance Company, keeping workers safe and communities strong. And by Texas Department of Transportation. Don't mess with Texas. Kickoff is just moments away. Here is the voice of Texas A&M football, Andrew Monaco.
Howdy, Ags.
Here we
118
go.
times these two historic rivals met as members of the Southwest Conference in the Big 12. Those games revolved around Thanksgiving. They've been remembered, relived, rekindled. The wins, rewarding. The losses, revolting. Then for 13 years, the rivalry went silent. Now it's been revived, restored with Texas following Texas A&M to the SEC. And more than bragging rights are on the line tonight. A trip to the SEC Championship rides on this outcome. From Kyle Field, for the 119th time, it's the Fighting Texas Aggies and the Texas Longhorns in the Cotton Holdings Lone Star Showdown.
Lone Star Showdown, baby.
With us alongside Dave Elmendorf. Will Johnson is on Kyle Field. Kevin Menchow is our engineer. Nick Savage, stats. Todd Starnes will be our spotter, and Daniel Anderson is.
Hey guys, let's get on in here.
Field Studios.
Cowboys are better at the moment, but that can change.
Intimately than you. Tell us all about
We got
this
a great
series.
game fixing to kick off here, guys.
Told you they've played 118 times. Boy, does that seem like a lot?
A lot.
Of games. This game goes back in history.
You know what? Let's hear this Fighting Texas Aggie band with our national anthem.
Oh. There we go. Audio sounds a little different. I'll refresh it. I may try a different screen.
Think of a better way to start. With the Fighting Texas Aggie band serenaded, right? Beautifully with the 12th man. And this place is packed to the gills.
There is nothing like packed Kyle Field. There just isn't.
I'm gonna refresh it, guys. It sounds a little bit staticky on my side here.
Let's go to the series history.
Let me try the long
I can envision a whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time.
Try the
My life
Longhorns
is now
broadcast.
devoted
See
to his
what they
life.
say.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit
They're on a
smoking.
commercial.
But
Ha!
even former smokers
Come on,
may
guys,
still
it's
risk
time to
lung
go.
cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life.
Hey, my friend, how you doing tonight? I'm
Step.
doing
Now
good.
take the next.
Some breaking news:
Visit
FSU hires
SaveByTheScan.org
Gus
for a
Van
simple
Zandt.
quiz to see if you're eligible
they
and
really?
talk to your doctor about screening. Save by
That'd
the
be a good hire
Scan.org
for them.
is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
We're back here at Kyle Field as we continue on the Corona
This one
pregame
sounds
show.
better.
Time for a pregame conversation with Coach Sark. Before we get into talking about this game and this team, I wanted to give you a chance to, I know you wanted to wish all of Longhorn Nation a happy Thanksgiving and to tell folks how the team
try it again on
was
Texas.
able to.
The team was heroic in a 20-16 upset win over the Longhorns.
It's
You can even go to
staticky.
2006 and
Not sure
Stephen
why,
McGee's
guys.
drive, 16 plays, 88 yards, took off almost 9 minutes of the fourth quarter clock, and the Aggies beat the Longhorns 12-7. Those are some of the moments and memories we've seen. Who from the Aggie side will stamp their name in the legacy of this rivalry?
That is
Doesn't
true.
have to be a starter. Doesn't have
Let's
to be
go, guys. Let's get it started. Kimbro Bella is in the house. We're waiting on this game to kick off.
Maybe
go,
it's
sweetie.
a backup.
Let's
Maybe
go.
it's a Marcel Reed.
I love you, baby.
It's a Nick Storton. But
Does
who
this look
knows
good?
where it comes from? This is a night. Memories and moments are
No,
made.
we got the chat below.
In this rivalry's lore, usually becomes a hero.
Does the sound okay?
Who will it be? So one more thing for me as we go into
Texas A&M side
the
is
football side of it.
static.
The Aggie defense must match up tonight. Texas is explosive on offense. The Longhorns themselves have a good defense. So the Aggie defense has to be themselves tonight. As you hear the spirit of Aggieland ringing through Kyle Field tonight, and it's already deafening. But this defense.
Let me try to find another radio feed here.
Help the Aggies get out to a 5-0 start in SEC play by allowing only 21 points a game. That's very good against SEC offenses. Very respectable. But in the losses to South Carolina and Auburn, in regulation, the Aggies allowed 44 to Carolina and 31 to Auburn. I don't
Let me try this other one. Oh, no, they want me to create an account. Really?
count the overtimes because the offense is just flat out set up to score.
It's yeah, the audio feed on them is terrible, but then you go over to
in the run game and then the play
Texas
action pass
is
stuff
that.
down the field. So to start defending
why
these
it's
guys, we got to defend the run really well tonight.
And then when he is throwing downfield, your guys, as they have been all season long, you need them to be buttoned up in the secondary.
Yeah, I think one of the keys tonight is we want to make them earn it. We don't want to give them any gimmies, blown coverages, things like that. Make them earn it. Let's be sticky in coverage. Let's disguise coverage really well. Let's be really disciplined in our rush lanes, and so we don't give them an opportunity to extend plays to create plays down the field as well.
On the offensive side, the importance of what you get up front from your guys to set the stage for your running back.
Yeah, I think the last 3 weeks our running game has really come to life, and we're going to need that tonight. Anytime you go on the road, if you can travel your defense in your run game, you always have an opportunity to be successful. And so the run game's got to come to life tonight because for us that sets up a lot of things we like to do off of that as well.
I thought you had some real interesting things to offer when you were on game day this morning about the role that
it's
special
fixing to
teams
start,
play.
sweetie.
vertical
Yeah, it's
field
fixing to start here,
position,
guys.
games like this is
They're
critical.
going through a lot of
And so those are the
pregame
heavy
right now, the
yards, right, in the
ceremonies.
game, whether it's the
They just
punting
did the
game, the
national
kickoff
anthem.
game, the return game. If you can create a block punt, maybe a special here or there, something to create some vertical field position in your favor.
Yeah, I was going to give you a chance to explain that to Longhorn fans who might not understand that term.
Yeah, that vertical field position, when you think about if one team net punts for 50 and the other team net punts for 35, over time that 15 yards adds up to 40, 50, 60, 70 yards. All of a sudden, that's where that field position can sway in a game.
As impressive as everything else your team has done this year, I think one of the key things is just staying the course when there's madness all around and upsets like what happened today. Is that also the thing about staying the course, keep your head in it, and go through with the plan?
Yeah, we just try to stay clear-minded, focused on the task at hand.
How about the Bulldogs? That was a great game last
Wednesday,
night.
Thursday, Friday. We said on Monday morning, Saturday will be here soon enough. Let's stay focused on today, be where our feet are. Today's the most important day, and as we work through the week, I think that our guys have put forth a really good week of preparation, mentally and physically. Now we need to go perform.
Are you ready to enjoy this?
Oh, yeah, I love stuff like this, Greg. You already know that.
All right, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, Greg. Hook 'em, buddy. See you.
All right, that's Coach Sark, our pregame conversation with the Longhorns head coach. Coming up, we'll bring you the kickoff of tonight's Cotton Lone Star Showdown matchup between the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies when Longhorn football continues in a moment.
All righty. Let me see. A&M is coming through the tunnel. They're getting ready to come out.
Now, here's the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way.
All right, guys, come on. Let's try A&M again.
Let the Aggies come out.
They're
It's the
staticky.
Texas Longhorns against the Texas A&M Aggies for the first time in 13 years. Good evening, everybody. I'm Craig Way alongside Keith Moreland.
We may even try the TV broadcast too here.
Broadcast crew from Learfield. Our engineer Greg Klingensmith, our spotter Andy Way, our statistician Steve Leach, Jason Way with production assistants down on the sideline with a parabolic microphone. Mike Coulter, our broadcast coordinator and studio anchor in the Longhorn Radio Network studios from Learfield. Texas Longhorns enter tonight's game 10-1 overall, 6-1 on top of the Southeastern Conference standings, and ranked third in the nation in all the voting polls as well as the college football playoff rankings. Texas A&M checks in at 8-3. They're 5-2 in SEC play. Longhorn captains tonight on the defensive side, Michael Taft and Barron Sorrell. On the offensive side, Kelvin Banks, also Jade Barron on the defensive side, and the center, Jake Majors. Let's go down for the toss of the coin to get this one underway. The referee from the Southeastern Conference crew is David Smith.
Especially in the critical moments.
Your quarterback had an ankle injury. What do you expect from him tonight in his mobility?
Well, I think he's going to play good football. We wouldn't put him out there.
We're just pulling a TV broadcast, guys, since the radio's.
Win-Ewers, I talked to their athletic training staff. They have been doing round-the-clock aggressive.
It is your relative, Holly Rowe.
You can see a heavy brace under the tape of that right ankle. I watched him extensively in warm-ups. He could drop back. He could push off. That is the back-throwing foot, but he seemed to be moving very well. Chris?
Thank you, Holly. He limped through the last 2.5 quarters against Kentucky. Kirk, if he can't move better than that tonight, I suspect we'll see Arch Manning. He's got to be a little bit mobile.
Yeah, he's going to get some pressure, especially on third downs. Not the most mobile guy. Look at his face. I mean, this guy grew up in his state. Look at that smile. How excited he is for this opportunity to play in this rivalry and represent the burnt orange.
Well, across the state, across generations, you got families who love each other, but don't always like each other this week. There are so many families divided. And Kirk, they've talked about recruiting rankings. They've done message board banter, trolling on social media. Finally, push all that stuff aside. Let's settle into the football field tonight.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. 60 minutes. Winner heads to Atlanta to take on the Georgia
Let's
Bulldogs.
go, baby.
Will Stone to boot it away. Terry Bussey, the versatile weapon for the Aggies, stands back at the goal line. At long last, they're back at it.
Looks like Texas is kicking to Texas A&M. And they're about to kick it off, guys. Here we go. Boom.
And the lefty will boot it through the back of the end zone. And here comes Marcel Reed. Kirk, you talked about his background in Nashville. Red shirt freshman. Was the backup to begin this season. Took over when Connor Wegman struggled. Then he got pulled, and then when he was reinserted, but hitting his stride, improving the passing component of his game.
Yeah, like any young quarterback, the more reps he gets, the more the game slows down for him. Big thing tonight. Young man, again, has demonstrated such poise and maturity throughout his life that I've been able to watch him play. That'll have to be on full display tonight, and those around him will have to match that poise.
All right. A&M. Shotgun formation.
Daniels is the running back. Daniels ran hard in that overtime loss to Auburn, but he did drop the pass right on his hands in the fourth overtime that cost him a chance. His teammates picking him up tonight. He's one of the impact players.
Yeah, Mari Daniels will have to, obviously, you said, Chris, have to carry the load. Noah Thomas, 6'6", number 3 on the outside. Some great defenders on this defense. We'll be talking about him a lot. Anthony Hill, 0, the leader in the middle of that defense. And Michael Taff, a former walk-on who has become one of the leaders himself on the back end. Very active, second on the team in tackles.
On 2nd and 8, Reed from the pocket, has protection, delivers a downfield throw. And the
Caught.
That's Terry Bussey. Expect lots of touches in different ways for number 2. They pick up 31 on the first play.
Chris, a simple thing, a little switch release down that sideline, and watch how it impacts the communication of Texas defense. That outside defender goes with the outside receiver who worked in and got over late. That's Barron. Good recognition and delivery there by Marcel.
And now a whistle and a false start. Boy, the crowd gets so fired up, but then they got to get quiet again when the AM offense is trying to operate with some tempo.
False start on the offense. All 11 players will not set.
May mute that. Go back.
Duke, back to throw. Reed going deep. Downfield, got a man open, and it's caught for a first down. In between the safety and corner, Terry Bussey caught it, a 27-yard gain in the Texas territory. That'll be a first down for the Aggies at the Longhorn 46.
Nice job up front by the offensive line for the Aggies. Longhorns came with a blitz, didn't get there.
Aggies stay empty. 3 receivers out wide right, 2 on the short side, split left now. One man shifts in motion. That's Bussey on first down. Reed, but before they get go, a flag comes down. This will be a false start against Texas A&M. The referee, as we...
False start on the offense. All 11 players were not set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
David Smith, the referee. The umpire, Wald Hill. Carl Giora is the head linesman. Michael Taylor, the line judge. The back judge, Paul Chardine. The Raymond Tate, the field judge. Side judge, Brian
Hey, Lou.
Murphy. Andy
How's
Foster,
it doing
center
tonight,
judge,
man?
replay
I'll be back in a little bit.
LeBoy. First down and 15 now. Back at the Texas A&M 49-yard line. And it goes back to the ground, across the midfield stripe, back in the Texas territory for gain down to the Longhorn 47-yard line is Amari Daniels. Gain of 4, Bill Norton on the tackle for Texas.
I did a nice job. He's trying to run it out, outside zone that time. Good job of setting the corner. 2nd and long.
2nd down and 11 to be exact. Ball is on the left hash mark of the Texas 47-yard line. An empty set look. 3 receivers out wide right for the Aggies. 2 on the short side of the field, split left. Out of the shotgun, Marcel Reed to take the snap. Now sends a man in motion. That's Bussey. Back to pass, and he'll take off. Design quarterback draw, and he will pick up some yards, but Michael Taft stayed at home and was able to limit the gain, if you will, to 6 yards. Made the tackle at the 41-yard line, which brings up 3rd down and 5 for Texas A&M.
Well, did a nice job. Didn't miss a tackle. We talked about that in the pregame show. Got to tackle well in space. Did a nice job there. Maybe 4-down territory here for the Aggies.
Yeah, ball inside the 41, so call it 3rd down and a long 4 for the Aggies. The ball just shy of the Longhorn 40-yard line. Now, Daniels lines up in the backfield, offset to the left side of Marcel Reed on 3rd down and a long 4. One man shifts in motion from right to left, and movement in the line, and that appears to be offsides against Texas. That would give the Aggies a 1st down. The movement by Jabray Barber may have caused it. He was just going in motion, however.
Offside on the defense.
Marin Sorrell came across the line. And so the Aggies will have a 1st down at the Texas 36. Opening drive of the ball game. A&M has hit one big pass. A couple of mid-range gains, and then helped out by the offsides call against Marin Sorrell. It's 1st down and 10 for Texas A&M. The ball at the Longhorn 35-yard line. From the left hash. Reed out of the gun with the snap and back to throw. Blitz was picked up. Now pressure coming. Throws over the middle, and a man caught inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Jade Walker, a gain of 16 yards. He found a seam. And the key to that, Keith, was they just picked up the blitz, and then afforded Reed enough time to wait for Walker to get open.
Yeah, Will was talking about it in the pregame. No pressure. Right now, Reed's able to stand in the pocket and take his time finding his receivers.
Ball is at the Longhorn 19-yard line on 1st down and 10 for Texas A&M. Daniels offset to the right side of Marcel Reed. Reed with the snap, turns, and hands it to Daniels. Up the middle to the 15 to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5. Brought down by David Benda.
Good push up the middle that time. A little counter. And 5 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and 5 for Texas A&M. Ethan Burke checks in along the defensive front. Jalen Gilbo back in at the star back. Leon LaFau back in at linebacker, and Colin Simmons checks in along the defensive front. The Longhorns make the substitutions. 2nd down and 5 for Texas A&M at the Texas 14-yard line. Off the left hash. Reed to take the shotgun snap. Has it, turns, hands off, up the middle, and that's Terry Bussey on the carry. It's not quite enough for the 1st down. They stood him up around the 11, I do believe. Ethan Burke and Jermaine Lole on the tackle. Still in all, a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Texas A&M at the Texas 11-yard line.
That was Stu body right as they brought him in motion and handed to Bussey. Had both an H-back, the lead back, and the quarterback in front of him on a power play that time.
3rd down and 3. Texas A&M at the Texas 11-yard line. Bill Norton, also David Benda, Alfred Collins check in for Texas. Vernon Broughton and a couple of linebackers check out. From the left hash mark at the Longhorn 11-yard line on 3rd down and 3, and now the Aggies going to have to take a timeout. Didn't like this
Texas A&M
scene that they had, so the first timeout of the football game is called, and it comes here with 10:21 remaining in the 1st quarter. Opening drive for the Aggies. They have a big 3rd down coming up after these local messages on the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
The UEFA Champions.
Everybody have a good Turkey Day? I have not played the new Fortnite event yet, man. I need to. Where'd my headset go? Did it really? Yeah, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. That was
Marched it
awesome.
all the way down to the Longhorn 11-yard line, where they will face a 3rd down and 3. So far, 7 plays have netted 61 yards. Keith Moreland, they were honoring, and they're on the field right now, the Texas A&M baseball team that went to the national championship,
Lost
the
my
College
headset.
World Series. You don't think they
What's
invite
that?
the head coach back to be a part of that, do you?
I'm not sure he's in the building.
Yeah.
I know where he'll be on the 14th of February. He will be at a tournament. It won't be at Dish Falk, but it'll be on the road.
Yeah, it'll be at Globe Life Field at Arlington. We speak, of course, of Jim Schlossnagle, who was the head coach at Texas A&M for that run by the Aggie baseball team. Now, of course, the head coach of the Longhorns.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, 3rd down and 3 coming up. The ball is at the 11-yard line of Texas. And the Aggies have mixed the run and the pass, but mainly been able to attack through the air game.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to get my headset working.
The play where they caught Texas in a blitz, did a nice job of blocking it up, and then got a drag route across the middle open. As a matter of fact, it was fortunate for Texas that he went to the ground as he caught the football because he had space if he hadn't gone to the ground.
What's up, Luke?
They converted on a couple of 3rd downs. The last 3rd down, they converted on a penalty.
So now 3rd down and 3 out of the timeout. The ball on the left hash mark of the Texas 11-yard line. Joining the quarterback, Marcel Reed, in the backfield is Amari Daniels. Wide right is Noah Thomas. He's the Aggies' leading receiver. On the short side of the field, split left, is Jade Walker. They also have 2 tight ends in the ball game. On 3rd down, Reed out of the gun.
You never played Fortnite?
And it's a handoff and not getting the 1st down. Maybe a yard. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Aggies. And they're going to mark this, I think, right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe, he may be at the 10-yard line. Just shy of the 10. So it's 4th down. Jermaine Lole in on that stop, and A&M, no questioning the decision. They're going for it. On 4th down, they need less than a yard.
Can they get it?
Reed out of the shotgun. On 4th down, has the snap, turns, hands it in to Daniels. I don't know if he got it. Let's see where they mark it. Longhorns say they've come up with a stop. Let's see if they stopped him. They have. Longhorns come up with a 4th down stop. Barron Sorrell makes the big stop for Texas.
Drive it down the field, and then they try to come back. Good job of penetration. To get tackles for losses, you got to get penetration. Penetration in the back, and then how about
doing pretty good, Lloyd, and yourself?
On top, Craig, to pushing back right in.
Beach. Now the Aggie defense comes on. Texas takes over at the 10-yard line.
89
There's
yards,
a static.
23 touchdowns, completing 68% of his passes with 6 interceptions. Trey Wisner, leading ground gainer.
I may go back to the TV broadcast because that thing is like lagging behind for some reason.
Texas, that time Nick Scorton getting involved. He's a really good pass rusher. A little tempo here.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Stomach flu.
Again, a misfire. Gunnar Helm is the top target in this passing
Oh, it's 4th and 7 now.
And the Longhorns go 3 and out.
Well, Sark thought he would go a little bit of tempo, especially when it came to 3rd down, try to prevent them from getting different packages on. They actually go with zone pressure.
Oh, he wasn't even looking.
Trying to get the ball out early because of that pressure. See that Sark trying to settle everybody down 2 times out of 3 plays. The receivers that he's throwing the ball to not expecting the football. So it's a 3 and out.
Both teams feature freshman punters. It's Michael Kern for the Longhorns to boot it away to Bussey. Not a real long kick, and Bussey waves.
Caught at the 50.
At the 50-yard line after just a 37-yard punt.
So Mike Elko's decision to go aggressive in that red zone.
Yeah, get better, Luke.
Defense helps him out with that 3 and out.
Second Aggie possession from midfield coming up.
All righty, guys. Rocking and rolling. Let's get those likes in. That's right, Lloyd. I guess we need to get our like counter back up there, don't we? So, it's been a crazy weekend in college sport, that's for sure. Watch that Georgia Tech and Georgia game last night went into 8 overtimes. Snoop Spike. Can you not hear me okay? Yeah, I'm just muting out the... Well, that's crazy. They're not even showing or playing anything here on the broadcast. We'll just keep it on the TV because the radio broadcast is struggling tonight. That is for sure. I think this game, you know, traditionally, when Texas A&M was having off years, they would play them. Snoop's, yeah, Snoop Dogg. My goodness. They'll find out any way to make money on those games, and they're pulling all that in. Bum, 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 bum. That's right. We are sitting here, both possessions. Texas was 3 and out basically on theirs. A&M drove the ball down the field. So A&M has... We need the likes button on your screen, so do it. Okay, let's do it. I'll add that in. That is good to hear, guys. I'll add that likes button in. It'll take me just a second, though.
Rivalry born back in 1894. They played 97 straight times until 2011 when the Aggies left for the SEC. That didn't sit well in Texas. They refused to play them, and they thought maybe they have all-time bragging rights from that win here in 2011. But with Texas joining the SEC, back together on an annual basis. And again, some things change, but some don't. When these two teams get together, it's hot-blooded.
What's my man doing right here with his Home Depot hat on? Looking good there in the middle of the core.
So the Aggies defense gets that quick 3 and out, sets up Reed and the offense at the 50. And off inside, Daniels has those quick feet, but picks up just a few before Anthony Hill, and the foul closed him down.
Interesting how they continue to run. It's almost like they're setting up, lulling this defense to sleep. What he can do to the edge of this defense. Now they're going to go empty again, try to spread this defense out. Let Marcel Reed have options.
All right, likes is up there now. It's by the viewers.
Reed running out of time, scrambling for his life, and fires. Low throw, and Walker came back to make a nice hands catch. His second grab gives the Aggies a first down.
Well, there was some
Let's
initial
go.
Here from Broughton. He's able to win on that left side. Now he steps up. This is where he is so dangerous. Texas did a good job of trying to contain him, not letting
Yes, he did.
up
I got to see him. I got to see most of my family.
Uses his eyes downfield to eventually find
Yes,
the
sir.
receiver
Thank you
for
for
that first
asking.
down. What a play.
We had a great one. I hope you guys did as well.
Again, from the pocket, on the move, launches downfield, and it's intercepted. He took a chance and pressed the ball.
Wow.
That
was crazy.
Walk-on, respected leader back there with the first takeaway tonight.
Yeah, Chris, just playing center field, reading the quarterback's eyes the entire time. This gives you an idea that Marcel Reed thinks he can make these throws, but Taft does a heck of a job of just spotting that throw, showing you the range that he has, and then finishing.
All righty, man. We'll be here.
For the Longhorns, the left foot down for the interception.
Taft does it all. It's his second pick.
There we go. We got 4 likes, guys.
He forces fumbles. He recovers.
Here, we're going to change this here.
He's the only guy in the Texas staff who actually played in this game. He was a safety, and he says, this guy right there, the smartest player he's ever been around. He said, myself included.
That's impressive. Kid out of Westlake there in Austin made a big-time play.
Trying to get the left side, having no running room as Wisner, a flag is down. Cassius Howell, the Jack linebacker, made the stop. Flying at far side just beyond the line of scrimmage. David Smith in charge of the crew tonight.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense.
Oh, wow. That hurts.
Didn't assign a number to that face mask penalty.
It came in late for upfield. Not from the official right there where the tackle was made. It was thrown all the way back from the 30-yard line. And he saw it from a distance, but made the right call.
That was Howell. Gives Texas some breathing room to the 22.
That was crazy. He barely touched it.
Wisner.
Oh, he's
spin free with the Aggies pursuit.
And they're all over him.
That was Scooby Williams, the Florida transfer.
Boy, what a job by this defense. I mean, it's it tells you what from one week to the next what a defense can do when it comes to running with the football. Good reaction. Did you see that? He didn't even hesitate. As soon as Gunnar Helm went in motion, Scooby Williams just took off, expecting that quick throw. Great job of prep work this week by the linebacker, expecting that throw and making the play.
Off the play fake, Ewers from the pocket, steps up, and
he's got pressure.
Bobbles it, but the tight end makes a grab for a short gain before Howell made the stop, and it's going to be third down. They're still right near the original line of scrimmage.
We talked this week to Sark about you've been in a ton of big atmospheres. What's your feel this week? Are you going to ease into this atmosphere? Or are you going to be aggressive, kind of live up to your reputation? He said, hey, I trust my guys. We're not easing into anything. We're coming out because we know what we can do. Well, here they are, 3rd and 10 in their second possession. And right now this offense, they feel a little bit out of rhythm, and I think they're losing up front.
Here comes pressure.
Oh, he got twisted.
How is that ankle feeling? Good enough to get the first down.
He's running downfield. He did run out of bounds.
But that answers a question right there.
No doubt about it. How about Elko dialing this blitz up? I mean, they brought everybody up from the line of scrimmage, and then you see pressure that comes around.
I wonder where he stepped out at.
Nobody picks him up, and Chris, you're right, that right ankle, he almost loses the football, and this is not, again, what he's known for. Does a good job of keeping his feet, and then doesn't give up on it, gets some good blocks downfield.
Oh, yeah, he stepped off about the 42.
Staying in bounds. Left foot is out of bounds right there. Good call.
42, 43.
To see that, but look how well the second foot with that block from Wingo, a chance for even bigger yards.
Kelvin Banks, the elite left tackle, being checked out by the athletic training staff. Boy, Rylan Kennedy whiffed on that, and a 26-yard run. That's got to be near the career long.
Oh yeah,
with Ewers.
Yeah, you know, Banks back setting and protection with all that blitzing. I think it was an A&M defender who actually had a hold of Ewers. When he went down and came off of Ewers, his legs actually kind of whipped into Banks. I watch at the top, 78. 15 gets a chance, and on that follow-through with his legs, he actually hits Banks.
Texas offensive line is excellent, and they've remained completely healthy. Same 5 guys have started every game this season. Only 8 teams in college football can say that. And this guy, as you saw, his draft status appears to be okay. Nothing too serious.
That's good.
I have to go to some depth now on the offensive line, which has been rare.
He walked off. The more he started to walk, the better he looked coming off the field, which is a great sign for Texas. Remember, they allowed 7 sacks in that game against Georgia, which was at home. Now they got to handle the noise here, the 12th man, and all these exotic pressures from Mike Elko, especially on 3rd down. We saw him escape that pressure with nobody picked up that blitz.
Redshirt freshman Trevor Gooseby replaces Banks on the left side, and one of the many throws that Texas does behind the line.
They're struggling.
Catch is made by Helm, but the Aggies are all over the tight end tonight.
They sensed that screen. Texas has had a lot of success this year. Marcus Ratcliffe, the safety, just kind of waiting for him. Gets help from the defensive line as well. Again, just really well prepared. Dial in on all these formations, the personnel groupings. Every look they've seen, they've been able to adjust to.
Second time a pass completion for negative yardage on this series on second and
handoff.
And Wisner's loose.
He's into the 35.
5-yard line. Guy who brings a lot of toughness to this running game. 22 yards.
Watch this block by Hayden Connor, the left guard. He pulls around. Really good job of coming around. Bang, right there. Opens that hole up. And what acceleration to get through the mess.
Do the big gain tempo, handed off inside.
Man, they're moving the ball now.
A hype recruit coming out of high school by the standards of Texas. C.J. Baxter, who's been lost for the year with an injury, was a lot more talked about than this guy, but he has earned his stripes.
Oh, no doubt about it. He keeps getting better and better. Another good job up front, that time by Majors, and Connor again with a double team to open that one up.
First down inside the 25, short pitch. Didn't know if his knee was down. That's DeAndre Moore when he made the catch. He said it wasn't, but he still picks up about half a yard. That's it.
Let's see, take a look. Yeah, that knee is down. Yep.
It looked like it was live. It's about a 2-yard difference.
Yeah, they're going to buzz down.
Yeah. Jim Laborde is the replay official. They'll work, of course, with the replay.
The previous play is under video review. The ruling on the field was
good job by Jim and the crew up here, because they're seeing what we saw, and you saw. I think you saw it live. That potential of that right knee touching. In a game like this, every yard counts.
Yes, so many short passes in the repertoire. So many short passes that produce long gains. A lot of yards after the catch. Can the Aggies shut that down tonight?
Yep.
It's a huge key.
Let's see. What do you think are they gonna overturn it? That we shall see. Live stream. Let's see here. Hope everybody's having an amazing day today. We're still sitting at 4 likes. Be sure to get that likes up if you cannot. Let me see. They're taking their time on this one. Wonder what they're going to do. And they're taking their time on this one.
Georgia Bulldogs, 8 overtimes to get past Tech last night. They await the winner next Saturday afternoon in Atlanta for the SEC Championship.
What a game that was.
Craziness.
Oh, Brent Key doing a heck of a job. Georgia Tech and that program changing that culture.
Well, Ewers has completed 4 passes, all of them behind the line of scrimmage. 3 times they have lost yardage on the play. 2nd and 12. Wisner to the left, had a crease, exploding and getting down.
Man, he almost got the first.
Well, what a job by this left side of this offensive line. Gooseby, the left tackle, who has been in there for Banks, makes a great block. Double teams, using a motion to move defenders.
Ewers from the pocket, flips it over the middle, high ball.
Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted.
And it was broken up by Will Lee.
Be very, very careful lobbing a ball late over the middle of the field.
4th down now, Kirk.
Yep,
Ewers out there.
Ewers catches a break. That should have been picked there by Lee with that late throw over the middle.
Arch Manning has come into the game. We saw Ewers take off in that long scramble, but Manning, a much more natural runner.
Yeah, that has everything to do with his legs here as a threat on 4th and short.
Jaden Blue in the backfield, along with Juan Davis, the tight end. Big moment early. Manning.
Arch is keeping it to the left.
Manning still rumbling, banging near the pylon. And
just shy.
One play, the phenom makes a big impact.
What a job!
Arch Manning, guys.
That backfield. Look at the physicality of Arch Manning there. We were looking at him in warm-ups. He's a big, tall guy, but let me tell you something. He's got tree trunks.
Man, he was close, too. I think it's like at the 1 foot.
He didn't.
He hit the pylon. That should be a touchdown for Arch Manning.
At that. He never stepped out of bounds, and the ball clearly hits the pylon.
Inbounds, reaches for the pylon. Well, he hit the pylon. They're going to look at it. Sark's fired up himself, walks all the way down to the officials.
There was some hesitation on the call. Bill Lamagna in the booth with us tonight, Bill. They'll clean this up, you'd think, in replay.
Is under video no question about it.
Yeah, I think it is a touchdown.
He's airborne. He hit the pylon. Touchdown. Replay will reverse it.
And if it is ruled as we think a touchdown, how about Arch Manning, who comes in here, Kirk, on his first touch, scores a touchdown?
Yeah, well, again, tremendous effort. We know about his speed, but here he uses his power and then the awareness to reach there to get to the pylon. And I want to see if he hit that pylon with the ball or if he hits that with his arm.
It's important if it's the ball and not the arm,
now
right, Bill?
Watch the ball, and the right arm hits it for sure, but I don't know if the ball hit it. That ball, he may be
It's just...
If the right arm hit the pylons.
Yeah.
But the ball is extended beyond the goal line plane. It's a touchdown.
Okay.
What if it wasn't, though? What if the right arm hits the pylon, but the ball goes out of bounds first?
If the ball, if the arm hit first, and the ball is short, then it's short.
Wow. A lot to look at here.
Here you go, Bill. Here's your look right here.
This is a tough one.
Watch where the ball is.
After video review, the runner touched the pylon, therefore he gets the goal line extended. Ball was across the goal line extended. It is a touchdown.
Touchdown. Touchdown, Arch Manning.
Correct call. And you talked about 225 pounds. One of the less appreciated aspects of his game is the power.
No doubt about it. We saw it right there. Again, we know what he can do. Look at he's got an energy about him that these players really respond to that we'll look forward to watching, whether it's later this year or next year when he takes the reins of this offense. But he's got a very confident approach. They used his legs. Remember, that was a 4th down call that they ended up bringing him in and getting that touchdown. Something else to remember, Chris, is A&M, when they give up points since they've joined the SEC, they're 11-11. When they score first, they're 52-12.
What about that drive? Yeah, Manning punctuated it. Ewers had the 26-yard scramble. 93 yards they took it.
No doubt. And I tell you, the what they end up adjusting to is more about the run game. Great block by Davis. Just kind of gets in the way, helps him with Gunnar Helm, keeps his balance, and somehow gets to that pylon for the touchdown.
That scramble, remember, early in the drive was on a 3rd and 10. Wisner had 3 runs in the drive of 10-plus yards, and he said, yeah, I thought I was in.
Look at that.
The scowl.
Yeah.
Of course, his dad Cooper, his uncles Peyton and Eli, and his grandfather Archie. He's got kind of a combination, would you say, of the family traits of all those quarterbacks?
I think that's fair to say. Well, I know he's got his athleticism from his dad and his grandfather. His dad could go. What a tremendous athlete he was. And obviously, Arch in his day at Ole Miss and early days as a Saint, we know what he could do. But then the power and the size to go along with the athletic ability. And, oh, by the way, he can throw it as well. I think that's why everyone's so excited to see what he's going to do.
Of course, we expected maybe see him if Ewer's ankle was hampered. His ankle appears to be okay, but a situational touchdown for Manning. Back to Kevin Nagandi with a quick update. Hey, Kevin.
JB, the Apostle Paul wrote, welcome to the channel, JB.
You posted on that one. That's important for lots of people who care about the Big 12 race.
No doubt.
So the Aggies must fight from behind here. Late first quarter from the 25. And off inside on a short gain. Boy, when you try to nullify this massive crowd, you make a defensive stop on fourth down, you get the ground game going for the length of the field. That'll quiet the home folks.
Yeah, and a good job by Steve Sarkisian adjusting and relying on that run game, even with Banks out at left tackle.
Talked about red zone and the importance of it. Huge at each end of the field in this first quarter.
He's keeping it.
Takes off, darts ahead. Aggies got stopped short on fourth down, and Manning for 15 yards on a 4th and 2.
Think about you're playing here in front of the 12th man. You really were controlling things here early. Good field position. Went for it down deep in Texas territory. They had the ball at the 50. Another possession, threw an interception. Texas their own ball at the 7-yard line, and they're able to come up with a touchdown. Takes this crowd for now out of the game.
Talked about the poise and the calm, the leadership of Marcel Reed. That'll be tested off that early turnover down there in the red zone. They need 2 on this 3rd down. On the end around, battling for first down yardage is Walker, who was spun down by Anthony Hill. One-time Texas A&M.
Must win for Texas is right, my friend. The 6th child, welcome back.
Well, he needed, talking about the power Arch Manning, he needed that power there and the leverage to be able to get that first down.
Either team.
Anytime Marcel Reed gets under center and that jet sweep comes around, it hits so much faster. Good call there by Colin Klein on 3rd and short. Feel like they need to stretch the defense. Can somebody win against this veteran Texas secondary?
Ruben Owens, that blazing fast sophomore's in the game, but if they fake it to him, and Reed around right end picks up a solid 6-yard gain on first down before Sorrell chased him down.
Yeah, Sorrell chasing him from behind, and I keep watching the safety who came up with a pick, Michael Taft. Every single time he sees Marcel Reed keep the ball and go to the edge, it is a foot race with him coming downhill with bad intentions to try to get to Reed.
Final minute of this first quarter. Owens injured himself about the 3rd or 4th play of the first scrimmage of camp. Hadn't had a carry in the game since last season. Welcome back to college football. It's a first down run.
Yeah, when they were in camp, they really thought he was obviously their guy. Le'Veon Moss, that would have been their 1-2 punch. Kind of a
Owens a second.
Probably 2 of the top backs in the SEC. So great to see him back healthy and giving him some reps tonight.
Yeah, Thunder. Moss scored 10 touchdowns before, sadly, his season ended. But Owens coming back, getting healthy from that Lisfranc foot injury a lot faster than you're supposed to, because this moment, this game, was what he had in mind. End of the first quarter. Back after this message and a word for your local.
There we go. End of the first quarter, guys. Texas is up 7-0. Let us know, guys, where you're watching from. We got the poll going. Yeah, Arch got Texas' first touchdown, too. we got 8 votes. 62% say Texas will win. So keep those votes coming in, guys. Hope everybody's having an amazing weekend as well, seeing their families. Did everybody have a great Thanksgiving? I hope y'all did. I found some new Taline, these coated peanuts. I really like these peanuts. If anybody's had these, I don't know, they're vegan. They're amazing. It's like my favorite go-to snack all of a sudden. So we just ended the first quarter. Fix to start the second quarter here. Texas A&M's got to get a drive sustained and score. Stay in this game. They're back.
Start of the second quarter. The SEC on ABC. Saturday Night Football presented by Capital One. Longhorns and Aggies first meeting in 13 years. Already some fireworks in the first quarter. Defenses making a stand. Texas with a takeaway. A long touchdown drive. Now the Aggies trying to answer here. 7th play of the drive. 2nd and 8. It's Barber who went in motion. And in the slot, finding space in that zone is big Noah Thomas. Whatever impact players, he's got a first down.
Yeah, he's reading this little RPO action right here, and he's just kind of feeling the linebackers, looking to the eyes, seeing with that motion as he collapses into the run. Once he does, spit it back out away from LaFowl, 18. So good job of Marcel Reed staying on that ride, giving the linebacker enough time to commit to the run, and then pull it out and make that quick throw for the first.
Looking to throw on first down. It was quick penetration.
I didn't see anybody. He rushed that one.
Broughton taking time away from the quarterback, messing the play up.
Boy, Broughton is so good. You know, you lose 2 great ones to the NFL in Sweat and Murphy. They turn to 45. Watch this move. He's got size, but he's got quickness as well. He's able to bend and get around blockers. Marcel Reed didn't have a chance when you get that kind of interior pressure.
Vernon Broughton, Alfred Collins, the guys in the middle of that defense, unsung but extremely important. And 2nd and 10, pressure comes again, and down goes Reed, and it's Vernon.
He almost fumbled that one too.
There he is. Quickness.
Yeah, this time it's more about his hands. You know, you can use your hands like this to be able to get away from a big offensive lineman. You're not supposed to be able to move like that. as an interior defensive end. They brought pressure there. You saw the nickel. Gilbo also came, but it's the big fella, 45, on back-to-back plays, stepping up for this Horns defense.
Known more for the dirty work than
3rd
the
and 17.
Plays, but his 2nd sack of the season. He's off getting a breather. Fresh defensive front in there on 3rd and 17. Daniels right at the line of scrimmage, brought down, but Broughton just blew up that possession, and the Aggies will punt.
He sure did. He sure did. He was everywhere on this series, and that entire defense, I think, gaining more confidence with each possession.
Holly, what do you have?
Well, guys, you can see this Texas defense really forcing Marcel Reed where they want him to go. Pete Kwiatkowski, the defensive coordinator, told us we can't lose Marcel when he scrambles to his left. They want to throw him to his throwing arm, keep forcing him to that right side. That's where he was scrambling when he got the pick. You saw him do it on that series as well. That is by design by this Texas defense.
There's not much they don't know about Reed, even though he hasn't played a full season.
Almost blocked that one, too.
Freshman boots it away, and he boots
in
it
the end zone, touchback.
End zone, so a long 49-yard punt, but the touchback. Quinn Ewers and the Longhorns back to work. 7-0 lead on the road here at Kyle Field.
Man. Good grief, guys. This one is wild. Going to go down the wire. They're going to fight it out. I think Texas is still in it. Texas A&M is, rather. It's not over with till it's over, guys. You think they'll put them at number 2? I kind of wonder about that. I think I got some music. Crank this up a little bit here while we're in a commercial break. Oh, OSU lost. Did they really? I did not realize that. Was that to... I did not catch all of that. Been putting up Christmas lights all day and working in the yard. That is wild. I saw something earlier said there was a fight. Well, they got into a fight on that game, right? Oh, it was after the game. That's wild. Yeah, the scores. Come on. Let's see. They're coming back on field, but... Alright, we should be back live now.
Capital One cardholders can get their own rewarding performance when they redeem their credit card rewards for tickets to exclusive events and experiences on Capital One Entertainment. Scan the code on your screen to learn more. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Gotta love that.
Texas from the 20. Last possession was that 93-yard touchdown drive to take the lead.
13-10. Wow. That was a close game there, too.
The backfield flanking Ewers. And it's the first carry for Blue, who's got great speed, has had a problem with
stopped
fumbles this season. Back-to-back games, they'll be ripping at the ball if they get a chance on this defense.
No doubt about that. This Texas run game, that last drive where they went 10 plays and 93 yards, 5 of the 6 runs for 10 yards or more. Wow. Been an issue for A&M all year. There's a look at Baxter right there. Been an issue for A&M all year, giving up too many explosive runs. They got to make some adjustments, stopping this run game.
Isaiah Bond was in the backfield behind yours, goes out in the flat, and they get the receiver involved in an unusual way. It's a short gain. Dalton Brooks knocked him down. 3rd down now.
Might have been technically a part of their run game there, just kind of an extension. Get the ball out in space. Look at this 12th man coming alive on 3rd down. Chance to get off the field.
Plenty of time on the clock. Ewers gave a clap trying to entice the Aggies to jump. Pressure comes. It's picked up. Ewers, wobbly throw.
He caught that. Wow. I don't know how he caught that. That was in between 2 guys. 2. Wow.
Who's playing center field, not step right in front of that. I don't even know how it got by him. Watch 1. He does everything right. Step in front, pick it off, take it to the house. And somehow he's a half a step late. And how about the focus there by the big fella, Helm, holding on to that ball. I think the guy that's surprised more than me is Bryce Anderson. I think he thought he had it.
That did not come out of the hand spinning very tightly. And now Ewers will be dropped. Slammed down by Torian York, the leader of this defense on the blitz, top tackler for the Aggies.
And the only way they're getting pressure right now is to bring the linebackers or bring some kind of pressure. Texas doing a good job of handling the offensive line or the defensive line, but that time, good job, almost like a delayed pressure. The back blue, not seeing him until it's too late. And York comes up with his 2nd sack of the year.
Absolute warrior. He's part of that crew that played in that 4 overtime game. Body poked with needles. A lot of hours in the cold tub to be ready for this one. Makes a big play. Get Texas behind the sticks. And now Ewers, a downfield shot. Loves it to Golden, who makes a catch. He just.
How did he catch that?
And Golden is set up.
How did he catch that?
It's a scissors route. 2 receivers downfield right there, both into the boundary. Little release, kind of a switch release downfield on that scissors route. I thought he kind of quit on the route, and then he looks up and saw the balls coming his way. How about Ewers dropping that in the bucket right on the money for a huge play?
44 yards, the explosive plays, the key for Elko. Stopping them essential tonight. Give up another big one. Play fake. Short throw, and Nyblack makes the catch, knocked down. A flag is back in the offensive line pit.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a late hit on the quarterback. Ewers got hit. Watch after the release, he gets hit hard, and the follow through, I think really drew the penalty.
Partial foul, roughing the passer. Number 18 on the defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
He has 2nd major penalty tonight. He had the face mask earlier. Right. Now Texas is set up in scoring position to go up 2 touchdowns.
This is what great teams do. They come into environments like this. You got to make big plays. People talking about Arch Manning. He had a nice touchdown. You wonder why Quinn Ewers is out there, has been the guy. It's because of his veteran leadership. It's because of he's been through some wars in this conference. And he doesn't let the energy of this building affect him in any way. And then he's accurate, as we saw again on this drive a few times.
Early 2nd, Aggie defense needs to step up here. Blue plows forward, tackled for about a 3-yard.
That hurts.
Robert Regis there.
Kelvin Banks, for you Texas fans, still out. Gooseby playing very well at that left tackle spot. The redshirt freshman at 6'7", 315.
Comes Manning again, Kirk.
Yep, this is where he's dangerous. Red zone and short yardage. A&M making some adjustments. I'm sure they're very aware they've got a plan when 16 runs onto the field. Keep in mind, obviously, he can throw it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Get that zone read look, and make them commit to that run, and he'd throw it.
Because they made the quarterback change, the operation a little bit slowed down, and they'll spend a timeout here. Horns with a 2-quarterback system tonight, knocking on the door.
That's wild. Can they score again, guys? Can A&M get it together, guys? Check my phone.
Powered by Fairfield by Marriott. Enjoy the home field advantage at Fairfield. And the all-new Sonic Queso Smashers. Live free, eat Sonic.
Case McCoy, the scrambler here. Justin Tucker, the game winner, was billed as all-time bragging rights. All-time lasted 13 years. But
love that. I love that reaction from Justin there.
Ewers is back in the game, Kirk, now.
Yep, Ewers back. A&M's defense throughout this year has been very, very sound in these areas down inside the 10-yard line.
2-back look. From the pocket. Pump fake, lofting to the back corner.
No, incomplete.
Complete. Thought he had it. They ruled him out of bounds.
It's definitely worth seeing if that right foot was in before his left foot stepped out. Watch his right foot. I think it's left. There's the right foot. That's a touchdown. Look at that.
Wow, he caught that.
The ball. That's a touchdown. And what a catch by Blue.
Sievers.
Look at this, Chris. Look at this. Left.
Off an arm.
Right foot's down.
Again, it's Anderson who's in position to make a play.
Texas, remember, their first touchdown was a review. And their second touchdown is going to be on a review.
The pass was incomplete.
Talked about Jaden Blue, electric playmaker. Yeah, he's had fumble problems, but he brings a lot as a receiver out of the backfield, as does Wisner. Look at the concentration here. Anderson's arm did touch the football, put in.
The concentration, the ball bounces off the forearm. How about looking down and getting that right foot down and possessing the football?
Texas fans seeing that. Bill Lamagna, in your view, is there control when that right foot is on the ground here in the end zone?
I see control. Now the toe does come down first,
but they got to look to see if that heel touched the white line.
Yeah.
Oh, that heel is close.
Yeah, good call, Bill. I'm focused on that toe being in and down. This is a great look to see if the heel came close to right heel.
It was down, inbounds. Yeah, it's inbounds. And the pylon kind of obscures it, but the foot is not on that left side of the pylon. Bang, bang for control and foot down.
Sark, another well-conceived play. What a well-designed play, sneaking him out of the backfield.
There is a view from the field of play looking back into it.
I don't think that.
And it's tight.
Yeah, it really
I don't see the heel on the white, though. It's very, very close. I agree.
It is.
How about the toss by Ewers, by the way?
Oh, yeah, soft touch. Watch the design of the play. You know, you're going to get, of course, you're going to focus on the back sneaking out of the backfield right here. But watching the outside, this route right here draws the attention of the entire A&M, the defense, a linebacker and a safety. They react to which clears up the back to slide down on that rail route, and Blue out of the backfield makes that catch.
I think they may rule it.
Arm. Happens to be Bryce Anderson, who missed on the interception opportunity earlier on this drive, who was in coverage there on Jaden Blue.
It is a touchdown. This would be a really deflating series for that Aggie defense. One more look, because it was a 3rd and 7 when Helm made that catch.
Look how close.
Could have broken it up.
Yeah.
Then Golden had the 44-yarder, and then this play. They're taking a long time to sort through it.
I think what Bill said's fair. I mean, you want to try to look at every look you can on that right heel. And everything we've seen, I don't see anything that makes you say.
You have indisputable video evidence to say he was totally in bounds.
I feel
that's
like
awful tight.
After video review, receiver had a foot down and maintained possession of the ball.
Touchdown. 2 score.
I give replay credit for that. Excellent job.
Well, replay has cleaned up calls, and now you got 2 Texas touchdowns.
Off the review.
And then Matthew McConaughey wearing that lucky leather jacket that goes back to the championship season and before. And how about the job that this Texas team has done coming into this environment?
That, and how about the job that Sarkisian, you have a plan, and then you get into the game, and you got to make adjustments. Quinn Ewers starting to
score now, guys.
Starting to settle in, but the run game really got this offense going.
A mess before the snap for the PAT. 80-yard touchdown drive.
On the offense, number 80.
I got to give them one there.
So they had a 93-yard march, late first, an 80-yard drive here in 8 plays. Elko's team climb out of a hole here. Texas defense setting the tone early with that 4th down stop, deep in their own end.
Horns faithful taking over for now.
Auburn, the PAT from 5 yards longer. 14-0.
Wow.
Horns on top of the Aggies.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think? So Texas, they've jumped up on them. 2 scores now. Second quarter, basically halfway through the second quarter. They've got their defense looked pretty solid starting. Look like they're going to be able to slow them down, but obviously not anymore now. So this one's going to be crazy. Let's see here. Guys, Texas got to get this back in. We don't want a blowout. There's been a lot of great football games happening this weekend for rivalry weekend. So let's root for Texas A&M to get back in this. We do not want to see a blowout. I don't like them. So maybe they can, guys.
In the spirit of the Texas A&M student section, the Moss Student Section of the Year contest, motoring down the home stretch. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. So much anticipation, so much anxiety, renewal of this rivalry. You gotta beat Texas. You gotta beat Texas.
Texas is kicking off.
Nobody got higher, and the players have heard it too all season.
We know how powerful that can be. Saw that in Columbus today with Michigan and Ohio State.
Stone's boot to Bussey at the 5.
Bussey taking it out.
A high kick, and the coverage seemed able to get down there. And
it's out to the 25.
Up to the 24.
You know, for A&M to hang in this game and win this football game, they've got to take advantage of their opportunities. 4th down and 1, Sorrell, veteran off the edge, comes up with a big stop. That's deep in A&M territory. Here's Marcel Reed trying to make a play, plus territory, throws it downfield, Taft with the interception. It gets the ball back to Ewers. And this is that last drive. Look at this opportunity for Bryce Anderson. Step in front of that and make that play. That's not including a ball that Quinn Ewers threw late down in the red zone, late over the middle, that could have been intercepted by Will Lee. So a lot of missed chances by A&M, and now they find themselves in a 14-point hole.
As you referred to, Kirk, tremendous front runners here.
Yep.
A 500 team, and the opponents come in and conquer this atmosphere and score first. And now it's a 2-touchdown deficit here. Texas is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and remember, they got down 21 at Jordan-Hare last week against Auburn. Auburn and Texas are two different teams. They got down 21. They came all the way back and tied it up. That game ended up going to overtime. They're down 14. I don't know about you just watching. They need to respond here. They need to put a drive together. The tough thing is they're not stretching this defense. Texas is making A&M have to sustain drives and drive the field. Nothing downfield.
And the pass protection is breaking down as Burton Broughton is a serious problem for the Aggies tonight.
Yeah, mismatch in the middle with what he has done. We're so used to talking about that with Texas last year. We got a man down. Looks like they're going to get him up. Good, and that is Broughton. So good to see him get up. He has had a great game, and he's right here. Watch how he doesn't necessarily penetrate the way he was earlier. It's more of a two-gap, waiting. And then he's able to get off using his hands. That was Collins on the inside, Broughton on the outside. The combo there in the interior defensive tackles.
Pair of sacks for Big 45 already tonight. On 3rd and long, the completion, but short of the yardage. And a flag comes in on the big hit there. Barber colliding with Jalen Gilbo, and the flag came out immediately. Stopped short of the marker.
Personal foul, targeting, number 4 on the defense.
It's Andrew Makuba. Obviously, they'll review this, and we'll get Bill's opinion. Take another look here, Kirk.
Yeah,
let's look at it here.
Usually you're used to seeing Simmons, who's a great pass rusher, come off the edge. Here, he's just spying the threat on the 3rd down of Marcel Reed taking off. So Reed's got to throw it, and then that big hit there.
Ooh.
Bill, what do you think of that?
Here's the key to it. If he's still a receiver, he's defenseless, and there is forcible contact to the head neck area. So if he had dropped the ball, we'd have called it incomplete. So I say he's still a receiver. I say they confirm the call.
Here's a look at it right there.
By still a receiver, you mean he hasn't turned and started to run with the ball. He's just in the act of catching it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I say, if he would have dropped it and we said incomplete, he's still a receiver.
Kuba, senior transfer from Clemson, comes in with a lot of experience.
See what they do on this call.
He's been a key part of this defense. 4 picks this season. And if that is confirmed,
I don't think he saw him.
Been a great addition. They said they were so impressed by the Clemson transfer and how quickly he picked up this defense. You look at that defense with Barron, who moved from nickel out to corner, Muhammad, Taff, Gilba. This is a veteran defense. Kuba steps in, and he's just one of that group. You got really 5 guys now that are veterans.
2 big parts to this. First, Makuba is a key guy, and he'd be out if the call is confirmed. Second part of it is they had him stopped, and that hit will give them a first down and move the football out close to the 45-yard line.
After video review, there is no targeting on the play.
Oh.
So forget the targeting, Bill. They take it off, and as a result, it's 4th down, and the Yankees will have to punt the football.
I'd assume they ruled that it wasn't forcible enough.
Oko does not agree with that. He's asking, is he defenseless?
Yeah. Makuba stays in the lineup.
David Smith giving him the explanation. They're still talking about it.
Sometimes you watch these and you think, oh, that was obvious. That's going to be targeting. Sometimes it's in the gray area, right?
Oko's having to be kind of restrained. He was still marching after David Smith. Hot. Now he's out on the field. He wants a more detailed explanation from Smith. And the difference in that being ruled no targeting is a punt versus a first down close to midfield. Crowd chanting Elko. Could not hear what was being said there. I guess he was just announcing it was 4th down, which is what the yards marker has said all along. Tyler White booted away. Silas Bolden for the Longhorns at the 25, and the Texas defense does get a stop and a chance to really build momentum, Kirk, and build this lead before halftime. Albert Regis,
big fella,
the punt protector back there, the 300-pounder, standing in front of White.
What a punt.
Bomb, but it's too good.
Goes all the way in the end zone.
And it bounces into the end zone, a 69-yard punt. Second touchback tonight. Longhorns back to work. Tomorrow morning, Sunday NFL Countdown. Presented by Zickers at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Story on how the former Longhorn great Bijan Robinson developed a love of acting, with Matthew McConaughey helping out. You're going to be working on a new TV series in Austin. Getting the rundown on that before the game.
Here we were. Loves his horns.
Like a lot of people who come from Texas and appreciate football, giddy almost pregame that these two teams are back at it. And all Texas fans excited about what they've seen so far. This offense and this running game just goes back to work. And when the Aggies have lost 3 games this season, it's been because of runs like that. They're giving up chunks on the ground.
Yep.
9 more there. Holly?
Well, guys, Kelvin Banks, the highly regarded left tackle for Texas, has gone into the locker room with what appears to be a left leg injury. The guy in there now, Trevor Goosby's done a good job. 6'7", redshirt freshman. I kept my eye on him. He's doing well.
Sure is. And this time they run it off the right side. Normally it's a left-handed running game with Banks over there. They get the first down off the right.
Yeah, and I don't sense they've adjusted at all with Gooseby in there. He's doing a great job. It's amazing what Texas has faced this year at that running back position and how they ended up with Wisner after a lot of injuries and how well he has played for them.
This is Blue. Wisner is out of the game, being checked out by the Longhorns staff. And as Blue picks up a couple.
I remember early in the year we were in Ann Arbor for a Texas game, and they started to realize these injuries were starting to really add up. C.J. Baxter was going to be a big part of this, and it's the first time we saw Jarrett Gibson, true freshman, play that day early against Michigan.
They fake it to Blue. Ewers has time, launches downfield. Catch made on the run by Ryan Wingo. And the speedy freshman motors down the sidelines, run out at the 30 after a 35-yard chunk.
Well, if you look at the tempo, I think affects this defense. Look at them looking around. Nobody picks up this deep crosser. Linebackers and safeties, it's a late adjustment by the linebacker who has no chance, Scooby Williams, of staying with a true freshman. Wingo is special. Great job of getting behind the backer.
Aggie defense reeling, barely getting lined up for this play, but making a play in the backfield. That was Cassius Howell. He's been flagged a couple of times tonight with a tackle for loss. They'll lose 4.
He tackles Blue, but he also tackles the quarterback. Ewers, watch him collapse on the edge. The guard pulling out. He has no chance. He takes everybody down. I'm taking everybody. I don't care who has the ball. Someone's going down.
That's an important play to get the Longhorn offense behind the 6 here. If they do not want to go down 3 touchdowns and have Texas get the football to begin the second half as well. Off the fake, Ewers. Well, Blue was well covered. No one was fooled on that play. Heavy pressure was coming. It was Rodas Johnson, and now a scuffle on the far side, the Longhorn bench.
Yeah, there they are.
Well, we've seen tempers erupt and flare in the Iron Bowl, and of course the ugly scene earlier at the end of the Buckeyes-Wolverines battle.
Yeah, this was downfield with the receiver and the DB. Watch him turn and run towards him. Will Lee pushes the receiver. Now you see the Texas players. That was Silas Bolden reacting.
Lee's highly outnumbered in there.
Howell's trying to get him out of there. The last thing you want after a great play like that. Look at this. It's 3rd down and 14. Can you imagine getting a dead ball, 15-yard penalty, dead ball foul, automatic first down. So Howell does a good job of getting his teammate out of there to set up this 3rd down.
3rd and long, and very much fringe field goal range for Bert Auburn. To be a 52-yarder from here. Ewers doesn't want to take a sack and go backwards, but instead finds Gunnar Helm, who hurdles a man and converts on 3rd and 14. Picks up 22.
What a play by Ewers. Here's the receiver that ends up making the play, actually the tight end Helm. Watch him play with this defender right here. You going to take me, or are you going to take the tight end? You're going to take me? No problem. Great patience there by Ewers to bait him and then make this throw. He knew exactly where he was, has time. See that little step to the right, behind the line. Great job, great vision.
Right up and over Will Lee. Wisner's back in the game on 1st down. Manning's in the game as well, and Arch Manning scrambles this time, cannot escape. He's brought down by Lee through a short gain.
Yeah, QB counter there. That's the threat that he brings. What a different defense, or this defense, what a different approach you have to have when you go from Ewers, pro style, in the pocket, handing it off, distributor, to now here comes Arch Manning. You got to instantly switch gears and get ready for quarterback counter and the threat of what he can do running and throwing. Very different style of offense with 16 in.
Ewers back in. Wisner's got the ball, started left, stopped, and then plows forward for a couple. The ball come out.
Now they're down under the goalpost again, going at it. These Texas receivers, that was Matthew Bolden running a route. See, gets tangled up again.
My goodness, that was a body slam here. Watch this. Slings down Golden. Lee's right on the edge.
Will Lee again. Lee was involved in the last one. He's involved in it again here.
It is getting feisty as the Longhorns look to build this lead. The 2-minute timeout in College Station. Horns up 2 scores. Two minutes in the first half, dominated by Texas. Longhorns on their 3rd long march tonight, trying to build a 3-touchdown lead before the break. 3rd and 6 coming up, and someone in a maroon shirt's going to have to make a play here.
Scorton off the edge has had a quiet night. We haven't even said Shamar Turner's name in the interior. Somebody's got to get him off his spot and bring pressure.
Wisner's got it, but he does not have first down yardage. He fought hard to dive to the 5, but it looks like Sarkisian set up for a field goal at this point.
A&M's going to call a timeout, obviously, to save as much time as they can. That takes them, they're done with their timeouts. Boy, Albert Regis made a great play. Not surprised at all there by that run.
You know, we saw Texas fall way behind at home against Georgia. They ended up clawing back. It was a 15-point margin. People have been skeptical about this team and the resume they put together. I know it's only a half, long way to go, but you're getting a glimpse of what the Longhorns look like when they actually play with all 3 phases a complete game.
And I think that was the question, because they haven't always had the great challenge. Sark's the first one to tell you that. But you're right, in this environment, they got off to a little bit of a slow start, kind of recalibrated, found their running game, which opened up other aspects for Ewers. But, man, when this defense, all I heard from people was, well, their defense is good, but who have they really faced? Well, they look really, really good. This is an elite defense that we're watching.
By the way, the offense is out there. Quinn Ewers at quarterback, so Sarkisian, an aggressive call here. They need every bit of 3 yards. Got to get inside the 3 for a first down. Just forget the field goal. Unless they're just trying to draw them off. It's Juan Davis, the tight end, shifting around. And a bunch of clapping and a lot of screaming. But no play so far.
No, Sark waved it off. He said, that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's a good effort trying to get a first and goal, but I think up 14, knowing you can get a football back for the third quarter, it's sensible play is to take the 3 here.
Yeah, absolutely. But before you do that, why not try to get a gift and see if you can get A&M an aggressive defense to jump, get the ball to start the second half. You go up by 17. We'll see what A&M can do in this last 155 without timeouts.
Talk about this, Texas defense. Third in points allowed after Ohio State and Notre Dame. Pitching a shutout as Auburn with a chip shot does slide it inside the right upright. And Texas builds it to 17-0. The Aggies with 1:50 to work with before halftime, when we'll hear from Kevin Nagandi. Hear from him right now, as a matter of fact. Yeah, the explosive not happening. The longest run, Kirk, for the Aggies tonight, 7 yards. That was by Reed. They have one sort of downfield shot. Terry Bussey had the 27-yard gain, but that's been it.
Well, that's the challenge for A&M all year. They haven't created many explosives, and it's a bad combo in Texas. That's their strength as a defense. They don't give up any explosives.
Short kick, fair caught by Donota. Here's the Modelo playbook.
Yeah, this is surprising. We've seen some mobility here. Even with the Gimpy right ankle, he almost stayed in bounds here and got a really big gain, but a little bit of surprise with the mobility. There's the accuracy downfield. It's so good when he has time to throw. What a catch there. What an adjustment by Blue out of the backfield. There's the pocket presence, kind of baits that linebacker to him, gets it to Helm with a little hurdle there. So just really in command after a bit of a slow start on the road in a tough environment, taking a crowd out of the game. It's been all Texas since.
Efficient in the red zone, settling for 3 there, but 2 touchdowns and a field goal in their 3 trips. Aggies empty, stopped on 4th down, and their 1 red zone trip so far.
No, they're winning at the line of scrimmage, and they're forcing Reed a lot of times to get out of there because they're playing mix of coverages. A lot of times they don't have to play a ton of man. And they are a defense that can play zone or man, but when you're winning and getting pressure, it frees you up to protect yourself against deep shots with deeper safeties, and he has to settle for everything underneath.
The intermediate routes are ones that Reed's had some success with, and they're sometimes available against this defense. Hasn't really clicked tonight. There's a short pass, and Trey Watson, the tight end, makes the grab, gets out of bounds to preserve some time after a 6-yard gain, but it's going to be 3rd and 3.
When it comes to explosives, Texas all year has given up 1 run of 20 yards or more. They're number 1 in the country.
Incredible.
21 passes of 20 yards or more. They're number 3 in the country, and all in only 22 explosives on the year, number 1 in the country. So it's not easy to get the ball downfield against the Horns.
He's trying to get a first down and keep from giving the football back to Texas. Longhorns have all 3 timeouts left, by the way. 3-man rush, long throw to the far side, and the catch is made for a first down by Barber.
Yeah, good job. It's a long throw from the right hash there to get that ball to get just enough for that first down. Looked like he may have bobbled it initially, but is able to secure it. Minute 33, no timeouts at the very least. You said they're trying to get into field goal range and just get on the board.
E.J. Smith, grad transfer from Stanford, son of Emmitt Smith in the ball game. He goes out in the pattern, but Reed's got a lot of room, takes off scrambling, and to his right, that's where he's effective. Ran a long way for a short gain, picked up just 1.
Yeah, again, able to get pressure. That time it was Trey Moore. They're sitting back there with 2 high safety look, 2 safeties back to take anything away downfield, matching up those underneath short and intermediate routes. So Marcel Reed, who has a tendency to want to get out of the pocket if primary's not open, he's rolling a lot and rolling to his right a lot.
Rush is picked up. Reed again rolls out. That time dips under a defender and accelerates for a nice gain out near the marker at the 46. Picked up 8. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and the clock keeps moving. He's got to be aware of that, have a little bit of urgency, and he does, just short of that marker.
And they'll pick up the first down with Smith.
Yeah, good tough run there by E.J. Smith. Ran right over the linebacker to stop the clock. See what the young quarterback goes with. Gets the play called. The play called as that clock is stopped.
No pressure, short throw, but fighting to get out of bounds after making a catch is Theo Malin Olstrom, the tight end from Sweden.
He did a heck of a job to get out of bounds. I thought he might get tackled inbounds with being out of timeouts. Every second counts for this A&M offense. Remember, Marcel Reed, a young quarterback, 6'2", 180, out of Nashville, Montgomery Bell Academy. Hasn't been in these situations a ton. Let's see how he performs here in this rivalry game. Down 17, obvious pass mode.
Pressure comes. Reed steps up and flips it to E.J. Smith, who gets out of bounds, getting closer to field goal range for Randy Bond, who's a reliable kicker. Need to get maybe about 10 more yards to feel comfortable about it.
He kind of is still locking in on the one receiver. If he would have looked at the middle of the field there, he had an open receiver against. So I remember I talked to you about split safeties, 2 high safeties. He had a receiver right down the middle of the field.
44 seconds left. Need 2 to get the first. Again, the check down to Smith, and Texas closes him down and knocks him out short of the marker. Michael Taft made the play, and now it's 4th down. And if Elko decides to go for it here and they don't get it, Texas has got good field position and 3 timeouts. But down 17, the offense is out there. Need a long 3. Reed protected. Thinks about scrambling, takes off, slides down, did not get there. Baron Sorrell closed him down, took a shot, kind of went in awkwardly feet first, but did not get it, and Texas will take over as Reed limps off the field.
You cannot say enough about this Texas pass rush against a very athletic, capable quarterback and being able to get away from pressure. They're not getting upfield. Looks like he came down and before they even got to him. It's like he kind of landed awkwardly there.
Yeah, he takes a step there. His heel was hit by the top of his left foot.
Yeah. But again, the importance of when you have a quarterback like this, you cannot get upfield, right? You've got to be able to squeeze instead of worrying about that, and that's what they do. They keep him in the pocket.
How do you feel about the jugular if you're Steve Sarkisian?
Oh, you know he's going to go for that.
And they actually keep it on the ground. They do have the 3 timeouts to work with.
Yeah, he's already called a timeout.
Set up with that second 4th down stop for the Texas defense. Getting close to midfield. Again, get the football right back. Begin the 3rd quarter. Sarkisian, very aggressive play caller, and he's got total trust in Quinn Ewers tonight, who has looked just fine, thank you, coming in with that ankle concern, wearing that brace.
Chris, I just want to take a quick peek. He looked, this is the AT&T clicker, he's had a tendency to continue to look to his right. This is the receiver I'm talking about, where if he would have stayed in the pocket, stepped up and just stayed right there. See how he's looking right? If he steps up with the safety coming down, look at that throw right there. He could have potentially found that for a touchdown.
It's all moving pretty quick for him tonight.
It is. Credit to Texas.
27 seconds and 2 timeouts. Ewers from the pocket. Will loft it downfield in the coverage. That was DeAndre Moore trying to fight back to the football. Well covered by B.J. Mays.
They have a collection of receivers, don't they? When Sark has these guys healthy, Isaiah Bond, DeAndre Moore, Ryan Wingo, the true freshman, Matthew Golden, Silas Bolden, Gunnar Helm. What a group.
Both Moore and Bond, as you mentioned, coming back off injuries, looking better tonight.
They do.
As healthy as they've been.
Yep. And you add the backs with Blue and Wisner. This is a collection of skill.
Important play. Pressure on 3rd and 9. Wisner on the check down. Rumbling into the secondary. Still going. First down and deep into Aggie territory. Down to 12 seconds off the 24-yard gain.
This is why Sark is known as one of the best screen coaches in the game. 3rd down, you almost know there's the threat of this going with his reputation. Look at the acceleration. Great convoy downfield. He was patient, let the blocks establish themselves, and then got upfield and picked up such valuable yardage. But a great call, again, by Sark there, going with the screen game and getting those linemen downfield.
You're right. The convoy was all set up. Helm was joining the big offensive lineman. And now they got 12 seconds, 1 timeout still to work with. Holly?
Well, guys, you see Quinn Ewers continue to be mobile, extend plays, really moving well. He is wearing a revolutionary ankle brace that was developed by an athletic trainer and a doctor, Fred Furlick from Notre Dame. It is on the outside of his shoe. It's got a joint on it, so it allows the shoe the foot complete movement outside of the shoe. It is protective, and it is really allowing him to look comfortable out there. Really revolutionary product from Taco.
We thank Reese Davis for checking in with that little tip for us.
Well, congrats to Dr. Furlick. That is a great device.
First down. Ewers loops the ball just over the reach there of Bond, and it's down to 7 seconds. They're kind of in the range where pregame, Bert Auburn was kicking field goals. It'd be about a 51-yarder if they tried it from here.
Boy, did Will Lee take a chance at the line of scrimmage, lunging at the receiver. If he doesn't get him, if Bond's able to avoid him, he is downfield. You talked about going for the jugular. You knew Sark would. 7 seconds to go here. Still have 1 timeout remaining.
See if they go for a shorter route to make it a closer field goal attempt, or just keep it on the ground with Wisner, who's knocked down at the 30, and Sarkisian spends the final timeout with 3 seconds and tries for 3 points from Auburn here.
Well, that's about as good of a half of football in this environment in a rivalry game that Sark could have hoped for. The operation of it in this environment, including Sark himself as a play caller, just absolutely flawless. They've taken his 12th man out of the game. They go to the showers. They make this up 20, and they get the ball to start the second half.
28 earlier, this from 48. A 20-point lead at halftime. On the way, started right, stayed right. So something the Aggies faithful to cheer about, but you are right, Kirk, to come into this environment, this massive place, deafening crowd energy, and play like that in the first half can't do much better than the Longhorns. Holly?
Well, Coach, how would you describe the play of your quarterback position from Quinn Ewers' command of this offense to using Arch in the red zone? How does it stand out?
Well, I think they're both playing good football. You know, Quinn is moving well in the pocket. He's taking advantage of some shots downfield, and he's being efficient. You know, and Arch is, he's got a great athleticism. We're just trying to use him as a little change-up.
Your defense has been in command. What stands out there?
Well, we're winning on 1st and 2nd down, and then the key to the drill is winning on 3rd down. But a couple of that big stop to start, and then the turnover was big as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Ollie.
Winning on every down. They're winning on 4th down, too. They have 2 4th down stops. All right, Aggies, a lot of work to do as this rivalry is reignited here. End of the first half. Capital One halftime reports coming up after these messages. You are watching the SEC on ABC.
you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this halftime drill is dedicated to the senior cadets of the Fighting Texas Aggie Band class of 18. Mark in their final performance on Kyle Field. Tonight they join the rank and file of some 9,000 former Aggie bandsmen whose dignified footsteps, echoing brass and thunderous cadences filled this stadium 2 decades past. May each senior know that because of their dignity, self-discipline, enduring pride, and unity of spirit, that they each were good enough and proud enough and tough enough to be called the noblemen of Kyle. And now, formed at the north end of Kyle Field, the nationally famous Fighting Texas Aggie Band. pleasing, flanking the 2 columns of 6 files by 30 ranks, executing flanking movements east, west, and south as they sound off to our gallant infantry march.
The Corps of Cadets began with Texas A&M in 1876 and have always been known as the keepers of the spirit in Aggie land. From the beginning, the Corps has dedicated itself to producing leaders of character for our university, our state, and our nation, while displaying the values of honor, courage, integrity, discipline, and selfless service. Today's Corps experience emphasizes academic excellence, leadership development, and preserves the spirit and traditions of the past. Cadets learn leadership in the framework of a military organization, yet membership in the Corps carries no military obligation, and this year's Corps is the largest in over 40 years. Whether volunteering for campus or civic projects, providing personal outreach to those in need, or spearheading organized fundraising efforts, the Corps of Cadets reinforces their commitment to Texas A&M on a daily basis. The Corps has a long history of providing leaders for the state of Texas. The Ross Volunteer Company, Texas A&M's oldest student organization, serves as the official honor guard for the government. Former cadets have served in all capacities of state service, such as the Texas National Guard, the Texas State Guard, and civil offices, including the Governor of Texas. Although many cadets pursue a career in the public and private sector, Texas A&M consistently commissions more officers than any other institution outside of the nation's service academies. In service to their nation, Aggies have served in every American conflict since the Spanish-American War. Selfless service, the desire and ability to put others before self, to the men and women of the Corps of Cadets. It's a core value, central to the organization that shapes these future leaders.
The 2017-2018 Fighting Texas Aggie Corps of Cadets.
Association of Former Students. I'm Will Johnson, back inside 12-man studios. It's the Aggies and Lobos tonight, the home finale from Kyle Field. Let's begin with David Gardner's Jewelers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this halftime drill is dedicated to the senior cadets of the Fighting Texas Aggie Band class of 18 who marched in their final performance on Kyle Field. Tonight they join the rank and file of some 9,000 former Aggie bandsmen whose dignified footsteps, echoing brass and thunderous cadences filled this stadium 2 decades past. May each senior know that because of their dignity, self-discipline, enduring pride, and unity of spirit, that they each were good enough and proud enough and tough enough to be called the noblemen of Kyle. And now, formed at the north end of Kyle Field, the nationally famous Fighting Texas Aggie Band.
by Fairfield by Marriott.
It's up for the second half here. The SEC on ABC. Saturday Night Football presented by Capital One. Part of Rivalry Week. Presented by Fairfield by Marriott. Well, an early fourth down stop by the Texas defense got him going. Then Quinn Ewers in the first half. 11 of 17 through a touchdown pass at a 26-yard scramble in their first scoring drive. Marcel Reed has struggled to make plays downfield. It's Ewers and the Horns with the football first.
Everybody has struggled, like we talked about in the first half, to get the ball downfield against this really talented veteran Texas defense. First thing that has to happen for A&M is they got to slow down Ewers in this offense. It's Sark right now. He and Ewers just seem to really have a feel. What adjustments will Mike Elko make? One of the best defensive minds in college football. You know, they need some help right now. You know, talk about complementary football. A&M, don't you feel like they need a big play, get the crowd back in the game? It would have to be from their defense, try to create a turnover. And meanwhile, Ewers is thinking about a big play.
Matthew Golden trying to make a big play on the return, did get the edge, and he's forced out at the 29. As we check in with Holly. What did you learn at the break, Holly?
Well, I checked on the health of Marcel Reed. He did get banged up at the end of the half. He said he is good to go. He did get a little bit of an injury, though, to a lower leg. And Mike Elko said, we have got to do a better job putting stress on this Texas defense. We are not completing plays on third down, putting them in conflict. We have also got to improve defensively. Important to note, Jaden Hill, one of their important members of the secondary, has not played a snap in this game. He warmed up. He's been unable to go, and that is hurting this secondary of Texas A&M. Got to stop letting the ball go over their heads, and that's a big reason why.
Yeah, very experienced corner not able to go tonight. And the Longhorns on a play fake on first down. It's Gunnar Helm. You know, Mike Elko joked yesterday his team did make adjustments after halftime against LSU. They were in trouble. They came back, but really smothered the Bayou Bengals offense by switching some things up after halftime.
Yeah. I mean, he has a great reputation for doing that. There's a look at Hill right there, unable to go. Small thing, but the first call, a play-action pass to set the tone by Sark.
And they hand off to Wisner, smack hard. He's right near the marker.
And really the reason I say that is because you got a 17-point lead. You're on the road, tough environment, yada, yada, yada. And instead of being like, yeah, we're going to work the clock and, you know, just let's be careful. Let's not turn it over. Instead, he, like I said, he kind of sets the tone, sends a message. Very first play action to Gunnar Helm, and picks up huge yards. And now they get a first down in the next play.
Talked about the jugular. They went for that shot, didn't connect before halftime. Eventually missed a field goal, but a chance to really put the Aggies in a serious hole. And there's a downfield throw. A flag comes in. Isaiah Bond was just grabbed by B.J. Mays.
Yeah, he has really struggled in that area. His 3 interceptions on the year, but the transfer from UAB, I think, is a liability with Jaden Hill out. Normally he would be there. And how about Texas? They know that's a concern, so they're going right after him.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 20. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Mentioned how many weapons Ewers has to work with in this passing game. Bond really hasn't had a big game yet, but always got to respect his speed.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Bond out there isolated, that is a favorable matchup. You can see the left hand there. He grabs onto Bond. Again, aggressive approach by Sark and Ewers.
Penalty sets up the Longhorns in Aggie territory. Another first down. Play fake, ball batted down at the line. That's a big play by Albert Regis. His helm was, I think he was open there.
So 1st and 10. Your aggressive defense. Look at this aggressive defense, but look what's behind it. If he's able to make this throw over top of that defensive lineman, there's nobody there. Boy, did A&M catch a break by the big fella, Regis.
Wisner weaving and lowers the shoulder and bangs forward for about 7 before Ratcliffe got him down. Here's a 3rd down coming up.
Such a big part of this offense, the aggressive approach, the ability to stretch defenses, keep them guessing on the play calling. Sark now has called 40 plays, 21 runs, 19 passes.
Ryan Wingo was in the backfield. Now he's in the pattern. Ewers has all kinds of time against a 3-man rush. Rolled out. Could have maybe taken off and run for it, but he flipped it incomplete to Wisner. And now it's 4th down at the 40.
Yeah, good job on that defense. They ran a mesh route, expecting mesh, meaning a receiver from the right, receiver from the left, kind of crossing underneath, expecting man coverage, but it was zone. He had nowhere to go with the ball. He tried to check it down. Wisner unable to hold on to it, but A&M, they did their job defensively, got him off the field.
Sarkisian trying to pin him deep with Michael Kern on this 4th and 3. Why not trust this defense? It has been suffocating so far tonight. Kern may have kicked it too far. Yeah, it bounces into the end zone. Neither punter's done a very good job of knocking it dead deep tonight. So that's another break for A&M. And their first possession of the 3rd quarter, trying to climb all the way back and keep their playoff hopes alive. What's at stake? Obviously, the winner goes to Atlanta to take on Georgia. But for Texas A&M, Kirk, with that early loss to Notre Dame and 2 SEC losses, they're fighting for their playoff lives here. A loss here, most feel would doom them.
Oh, they're out.
Late season losses.
Yeah, they lose. They're done as far as the playoff is concerned. They're playing for a right to get to Atlanta and a right to have a chance to play Georgia to win it and get to the playoff. They lose tonight, they're done.
Most believe they need to win tonight and beat the Bulldogs.
Yeah. See how they respond here. Chris, first time chance to have the football. Colin Klein and his offense not able to get the ball downfield at all, whether on the ground or through the air. Give a lot of credit to Texas. A lot of great coverage. Went in the line of scrimmage, getting pressure on Marcel Reed. Forced him out of that pocket. You know, he was looking at primary. If it wasn't there, he was bailing, getting out very early. So they try to combat that.
Reed as the pocket collapsed, but he escapes to his left. Marcel Reed sprinting into the secondary, takes a shot, but a first down near midfield, the spark they needed. He got 24.
And one of the first times we've seen him step up and out to the left. We bragged on Texas doing a good job. See all those lanes? See how he's able to step up, playing man coverage. A lot of defenders with their backs to the quarterback. The spy not there to slow him down. They tried to use Anthony Hill, but he's able to outrun him. So a big play there by the young quarterback.
Bussey in the backfield, fresh troops for Texas after chasing down the quarterback. They got some new big guys in there. And direct snap, Bussey. One of the wrinkles, he's a guy that was recruited as an athlete, plays some DB. He can play running back, he can play receiver, he's the returner. He can take the snap.
Do it all. Meanwhile, watch this. You think he's fooled? Before the ball's even snapped, Genda's already on a sprint. I mean, those linebackers, they were not surprised at all by Bussey taking that direct snap. Look at both of them. Hill and Genda are able to make that, Benda able to make that play.
Well, downhill defense, and Pete Kwiatkowski, this team is ready for what A&M has shown them tonight. Mentally and physically ready. Reed has a ball batted in the air, and it's dropped. Oh, a great chance for interception off the deflection. And he could not hold on.
Like big Alfred Collins was able to get his hand up there and knock that down. 95, there he is right there. And how about the recognition by Sorrell? He did the tough job locating the ball. It's in his hands. That's an interception. Oh boy, every defensive lineman's dream off a tip ball. It just happens to go his way, and he just doesn't secure it. Here we go, big third down.
It gives the Aggies life. And they pick up the 8 here. Reed, he's pressured. It was enough to affect the show. The throw and the check down to Daniels is incomplete, fourth down.
Well, that time they spied him. They didn't blitz. They rushed for. They use Anthony Hill right here. Just kind of walks up, looking, waiting for that threat, and then makes him have to get rid of that football. Good job again by this Texas defense. Being able to apply the pressure with 4, taking the shots away downfield with his safeties, and then having a spy there to take away the creativity, Marcel Reed.
Talked about coming from 21 down, eventually losing in 4 overtimes to Auburn. This is a much tougher proposition against Texas. And a missed opportunity there to chip away in their first possession of the second half. Punt fair caught by Bolden at the 15. Myles Garrett, former Aggie, and the Browns in Denver to take on the Broncos and Bo Nix. Monday night countdown at 6. The Browns and Broncos at 8 on ESPN, the Borges, and streaming live on the app. Browns and the Steelers last week in the snow. Cleveland showing some fight there.
They did. And Jameis Winston has brought a spark to that offense. I called that game a week ago in that snow globe. And I'll tell you, Bo Nix with Sean Payton gets better every single week. That'll be a great matchup on Monday night.
From the 15, Aggie crowd just trying to make a difference here. They're desperate to get a spark here, but Matthew Golden weaves his way for a short gain.
A lot of weaving his way there for a gain of 4 or 5. But positive yardage to get this drive started. Remember what Sark told Holly Rowe about him managing this game, not turning it over.
Cutting back. Wisner's got a first down. Bouncing off people, delivering blows. Lowered the shoulder and smashed into Dalton Brooks. Picked up 16 more.
What a feel. Gooseby right here, able to sustain that back edge. See that left side, and how about the vision of Wisner goes all the way to the backside. First down.
No throttling back. They're playing with tempo, and Ewers across the middle. Felt the pressure closing in, and too high for Murray Nyblock that time.
This defense is struggling to get the pressure. The edge of the defense, whether it's Shamar Stewart, Nick Thornton, you'd expect more pressure. Late hands there, or that would have been a big gain.
Just the 1 sack tonight against Ewers. It was early in the game. Snap was bobbled, pitched on the edge, and Weiser's going to be slung down at the line of scrimmage by Cassius Howell. Almost a costly mistake there.
Yeah, he did a good job at actually getting off the block. You're right, the snap a little bit to the right. Good job. Then it's bobbled. Good job.
Grabbed the nose of the ball.
Securing that and getting it out to the back. You're right.
3rd and 8 now. Chance for A&M to get off the field, and they bring pressure after Ewers, who's got a whole lot of room to run. Bad ankle or not, he's scrambled for a first down again. 2nd time tonight. Got loose for 8 yards.
Well, they're in man-to-man coverage. I think they're just not even considering the fact you get these receivers going downfield. They're blitzing. So once he's able to see that good feel, he knows he's got this. And again, this guy can run. He's a better athlete than people realize. I think he's tired of hearing about how great Arch Manning is as a runner. Tonight, he wanted to show people he can run himself. Knew exactly where he needed to go for the first down.
He did, and a great look from that camera along the sideline there. There's Weisner breaking free. And they're starting to lean on this A&M front. Picked up 12 more.
Good double team there by Connor and Jake Majors. See the center and the left guard. They work right here, then climb up to the linebacker. And he doesn't need much. Boy, he accelerates again and gets north and south.
Talk about a back on a hot streak. Kirk ran for 158. Kentucky's front isn't that bad. And he had a career high last week, over 100 yards again tonight, 111 and counting.
Yeah, he has really become a workhorse with all the injuries that they have in the backfield. Blue comes in for him, give him a chance to catch his breath. What a stud.
Respected guy because he was knocking people around on special teams a year ago, way down the depth chart.
Usually how it works. Those guys, when they get a chance, they don't let go of it.
Empty backfield, 3-man rush, ball out quickly, catch made. It's Golden, down inside the 15, and Texas throwing haymakers, trying to really put the Aggies on the ropes. 25 more.
Great timing here with Quinn Ewers. The ball is out now to that outside shoulder. Give him a chance after the catch. These guys are so dangerous. If you're on an island as a corner, you better be ready to tackle. What a job of catching it on time and then shaking that corner and getting upfield for more yards. Turner down.
Yeah, Shamar Turner, who can be a game wrecker, has had a quiet evening. They've contained number 5 tonight. He having his leg checked out by the athletic training staff. Longhorns on the mark.
Saturday Night Football, presented by Capital One, is brought to you by Dell Technologies. Welcome to Now. And Jersey Mike Subs, be a sub above.
Yell practice at 5:30 and the fireworks inside Kyle Field. Very few of those for the Aggies offense tonight. And the defense trying to make a play as Arch Manning is in there. Texas set up with a first down at the 13. Kirk, you go up 24-0. The way this defense is playing, a monumental task for the Aggies.
Yep.
At the 15-yard touchdown run earlier and a flinch. So this is going to be behind the sticks on first down. Kelvin Banks, by the way, has come out of the locker room in sweatpants. The top-rated offensive line prospect in the draft board, number 10 overall. Can't see it, but he's got a walking boot on his left leg. I hope it's just a precaution. Nothing serious.
Number 74.
That's Gooseby, who
first down
is in for him. One of the few mistakes. There's the walking boot there on the left leg. There's the left side here. Real last play here. See the movement from A&M. Crowd noise a factor. Other than that, Gooseby's been really playing well. They're standing in for Banks.
See if we get Manning's first pass attempt of the night. No, he was going to keep it on the zone read, and Torian York is all over the young quarterback. Drops him for a loss.
Yeah, it was good assignment football because you had one guy on the back, you had another guy on the quarterback, just in case the quarterback kept it, and it was York that leads him in tackles.
Holly, back to you.
Well, guys, Steve Sarkisian is furious with the officials right now. Texas A&M keeps playing music during their offensive series. It ran all the way up till a few seconds left on the play clock. His offense can't hear and communicate. He's trying to get the officials to enforce them to stop the music earlier.
Yeah, Nick Saban brought that up on College Game Day this morning when his Bama teams would come in here. They said he'd pipe in that crowd noise.
We're up in the club here. They got the bass thumping. Wow. The Ewers is back in the game. Wingo's got the ball. Ryan Wingo. That'll quiet folks down as he gets down to the 7-14 more.
Boy, how about the motion there by Sark to get the young freshman? A little delay. You keep going. A&M does not adjust. You got Helm in front. Not enough defenders. That is all about the pre-snap movement. Again, Sark is so well known for the way he can scheme up and create matchups. Goes from second and long to now 3rd and 4. Again, yards after the catch.
Fourth red zone trip for Texas. They've been efficient so far tonight. Ewers facing pressure. Ball deflected. It's intercepted. The flag is down, and Will Lee, the third, is headed for the end zone. Texas A&M makes the play they desperately needed. A pick six.
They got a hold here on Texas. They got a flag down. It looks like a hold to me. We'll see. Yep. There you go.
The play they desperately needed. Will Lee's had a tough night, Kirk, but off the deflection, makes the easy pick and sprints the other way.
We were talking at halftime about what does A&M do offensively to get back in the game, and we said it on the air. Their defense is going to have to make a play. Somebody's going to have to step up and make a play, create a turnover, get points on the board, and more importantly, get the crowd back into this game. Ewers tried to really took a chance on that throw. He got pressured and he just kind of floated it out there.
What a swing. Instead of potentially 24-0, it is a 10-point game.
They've been rolling the dice here by bringing pressure, and this time it was
this rivalry reborn and this place reignited by this play.
Yeah, DJ Hicks got a hand on that football to knock it into the air, and Will Lee, you and I were just saying, boy, he's had a night where he's been involved in some extracurricular activities. Elko fired up that he finally gets to break from his defense to get him back into this game and get the crowd back in here.
Yeah, Lee had been scuffling and scrapping. Finally, he does something a lot more productive. A 93-yard pick six. It's the longest for the Aggies since 1992. Ewers, kind of a calm look at his face, measured over there, but back to work, and suddenly a 10-point game.
Yeah, what a cool camera that is, by the way. But he is a flatliner emotionally. I wouldn't expect anything less from him or Sark and how they come back out here. But the crowd is good. It's bouncing. I mean, it's different right now. See how they respond to this and how this defense responds. What a scene right now.
They'll go right back to the running game. Wisner has been such a huge piece tonight, picking up useful chunks like that and ripping off gains of longer than 10 yards frequently tonight.
Yeah, it helps when that offensive line is winning up front. Gunnar Helm on that big wham block inside on a linebacker.
Keep it on the ground. Turner makes the stop, and a 3rd and 2 now. Texas quiet this crowd. Over to 3 and out. Make this place even more unhinged. Wisner again. Hand it to him 3 straight times and get the drive going.
Impressive. Great job by this offensive line. Again, I keep saying Hayden Connor at left guard. Guys had a heck of a game. Zone blocks, just kind of respond to where this A&M defensive line, you just want to get them on skates, push them sideways. He did his job, and Wisner cut off of that block to get upfield for that first.
Remember what Texas has done the last couple of games. This offensive line has taken over and bludgeoned people late in games to secure victories over Arkansas and Kentucky. Blue takes the pitch, and he's knocked down. How about that drive where the Wildcats had battled back to make it close? 15 straight runs, 86-yard drive, 8.5 minutes almost to just run things out and finish the game. Impressive.
And they had done it against Arkansas, you know, where we're going to run the football and you can't stop us. You know, that's what makes this team who they are. Now they're going to be tested here in this second half, but that offensive line is a big piece of this and how they attack, not just with the quarterback.
Jarrett Gibson in the game. Both Wisner and Blue out that time. Gibson is a freshman out of Gainesville, Florida, and it's going to be another 3rd down and short here. They'll need 2.
It's good to see Wisner back. The last time he got tackled, he went off the field. It was a little bit of a limp going off the sideline, going onto the sideline. Good to see him back out there.
Turner trots back in, and now
they got 12 minutes.
Ups, that's a problem. He didn't get off. The sack, the ball is knocked down. Texas recovers it, but that's going to be a penalty on the Aggies. Little miscommunication on that defensive side. It's a big 300-pounder trying to go on and then do a U-turn.
No, Turner came onto the field, but nobody came off the field.
So that's going to negate the strip sack and give Texas a first down.
12 players on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Gives them a first down.
Here's Turner right here. This is as the previous play happened. Look at Texas. They're already ready to go. Here he is coming on the field. He's trying to communicate. Nobody's responding. So he's got to get off the field. There's no chance of getting off the field.
Regis is waving him off.
Yeah, but even by then they had no chance. That's a miscommunication. At a critical moment, by the way, on 3rd down, they had come up with a stop.
Unforced error puts Texas at midfield. Inside of 3 minutes now in the quarter. Quick throw. Helms got it. Stiff arm. And they never do get him down. He's spun out of bounds after a 13-yard gain by Des Ricks. Another first down.
Well, what a throw. And that's just feeling this linebacker blitzing. He knows it's basically like a hot. He knows he sees that linebacker, the awareness, but now you got to deal with he's getting into your face right as you throw that football. Keep your focus downfield and make an accurate throw.
Weisner makes a cut, just gets downhill in a hurry, and rolls for about 6 more. Holly?
Well, Gunnar Helm has become such a weapon for this Texas offense. It all started in his exit meeting after the season last year. Coach Sarkisian went down a form that he has for him. You've got to do better in this, and this. Most of it was changing his body, becoming more athletic, becoming more mobile. And that play where he's spinning around, tackle downfield, that was exactly a prime example.
You fake it to Weisner and pitch it downfield, and the catch is made by DeAndre Moore. And Mays forces him out, but the Longhorns are rolling. How costly was that too many men on the field penalty?
Now they keep, yeah, you're right. They keep going after B.J. Mays. The motion here creates this matchup. Motion, very important. We got a man down, and it is B.J. Mays. See, that motion created this matchup against Mays. You see how that's who they want to attack because you can get some separation. Good route by Moore. That's where Mays goes down.
Talked about managing the energy as a visitor here. This highly emotional game. Texas gets off to the good start. Then A&M makes the play to get back into the game. The pick six. Ewers had that look in his face. What an impressive drive by this offense, mixing run and pass. They've already moved it 56 yards back into scoring position.
Yeah, again, this is a veteran team. You got a veteran quarterback, a veteran offensive line. They really aren't going to blink no matter what they face. And one thing I'm starting to see, good to see Mays hopefully get up. One thing I'm starting to see, I don't know if you're feeling this, Sark made an interesting point about the respect he has for the A&M defensive line, but he also said they don't have a lot of depth. A big part of what we want to do is go a little bit more tempo and wear down that defensive front. And if you've noticed on this drive, A&M slow to get lined up. And Texas's offensive line, I think, recognizing that and able to really even take more control of the line of scrimmage.
That's a great point. They do try to rotate the guys up front, but the linebackers are out there a lot. York and Williams and Cassius Howell off a 4 overtime game last week, too.
Yep. Stewart, Regis, Scorton. You had the game from last week. The emotions, sometimes the emotions of a roller coaster game like this, the momentum swings back and forth. This defensive front is being tested against the scheme and also against the talent of Texas.
Right back to Weisner. Look at him. I looked at about 3 times this season we've had that. I looked at, he can't be just 200 pounds. He just runs.
He's slippery. I mean, the yards after contact tonight, we got another man we just talked about.
Regis.
Yep. This is a great look at him. What you're talking about, how he's just kind of able to slip off of would-be tacklers. Shamar Turner, 5, the first guy with an arm tackle, gets off of him. You got another guy, Scorton's in there. He's not down yet, by the way. You better get him around the legs. Turner, 5, finally 8 yards downfield, had to finish the play.
I think your word with slippery was a great one, but he also knows how to finish runs. There's almost like a violence in the way that he finishes runs.
I agree. And again, I keep going back to how many injuries that they had back in camp and in the early part of the season in that position, and he's kind of emerged as this year's gone on. This is a guy that was supposed to be featured, C.J. Baxter. Remember, Jonathan Brooks could have come back, but left early to go off to the NFL. Yep. So then Baxter looks like he's going to become the guy and goes down with an injury, and it's really a job they were going to eventually find out. I think they thought Jaden Blue would probably be the guy. Let's see, big fella Regis, who's been active tonight, but Weisner eventually took it over.
Both teams without an elite running back. Talked about Le'Veon Moss being out for A&M. Baxter was that kind of guy, among the best in the SEC. But Weisner, who's paid his dues, came in as a much less heralded recruit. At the same time, Baxter came in and has stepped up when given a chance to be the man in the backfield. 2nd and 4. Minus the starter. Saggy front now is going to have to dig even deeper. Weisner again. Picks his way. Another excellent finishing on the run down to the 7. Got 6 more.
I mean, he's finishing on the run, but he's getting downhill. I mean, the right guard, DJ Campbell, does a nice job with the tight end coming around, 81, Juan Davis. I mean, he's not touched till he's about 5 yards downfield into the linebackers, into that second level. He's got 26 carries, an Ironman, 163 yards tonight.
Inside of a minute in the third quarter. 11th play of this drive. That time they're all over Wisner. They swarmed him in the backfield. Torian York had seen enough.
They really rolled the dice here because of play action and RPO game. They could pull that out at any moment. They just said, to heck with it, let's take our chance. We're tired of seeing him get downhill on us. And they shot the gaps with York, who does that a lot as a linebacker. Remember, this is about where the ball was when they got the tip ball by DJ Hicks and the pick 6 by Will Lee. Same location on the field.
23rd carry for Wisner. First time tonight they've stopped him behind the line. 2nd and goal. Ewers moving, now running, and he'll be dragged down. The ball came out. The ball on the ground. Texas A&M takeaway. Torian York recovered it. The second time they've come up with a takeaway deep in their own end.
Chris, I just said that's exactly, I don't know if his knee's down. You know they're going to take a look at this to see as he started to slide, if that knee touched while he had possession of the ball. He could throw this or run. Watch him slide. Oh, no, I think that ball came out with the punch by Howe.
Came over the shoulder of Ewers, a punch down on it.
Great look at it here, Chris. Watch this. The knee, nope, ball's out.
Yep.
Ball is out.
So
Same exact spot in the field. I don't know what it is about A&M's defense. They get back by their own end zone. They missed a field goal. Think about Texas. Into the first half.
Yep.
Missed a field goal. Pick 6. And now a fumble at the 10-yard line.
For the Aggies, what is going to be the final play of the third quarter. Take over at the 11. Everybody on their feet and roaring right now. Fake to Daniels, threw it across the middle and almost threw a pick. Michael Taft, the safety, was right there. Reed got away with one. The Aggies score the only points at pick 6 in the third quarter.
Coach Elko, how has this defense changed the course of this game in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, obviously resilience. You know, we're not playing great, but we're making stops down in the red zone. The pick six was huge, got us back in it. That fumble was huge. We got to put something together on offense. We got to have a great fourth quarter.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
We've been on the ropes, it feels like, since midway second quarter, but punching back now. Back-to-back Texas turnovers in the red zone. And the Aggies with a 2nd and 10 from their 11 to begin the final quarter. Running start.
Yeah, he got 5 yards there.
Gilbo thought he had the snap count measured and ended up in the backfield.
Offside
Oops.
on the defense, number 3. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Hey, something to think about. That third quarter, Texas 28 plays, 159 yards. A&M 6 plays, 30 yards.
Wow.
And somehow A&M with a 7-0 advantage in that quarter, thanks to that pick six.
Turnovers coming when they were at the A&M 7 and then the 11. That fumble. So 2nd and 5, and Reed steps up, took a look, takes off, and loses the ball. It comes out. Looks like the Aggies have recovered. Trey Zune, the tackle, fell on it to avoid disaster.
Yeah,
it's enough for the first down.
I was just about to say, you know, for a guy that scrambles as much as he does, he's doing a pretty good job of protecting the ball, and then bang, LaFau knocks it out of there.
Zune made a big play. His grandparents were A&M professors. His parents met at the high school. Even though he grew up in Colorado, his whole family are Aggies. Living his dream tonight playing in this game, and that was an important recovery. Keep this drive alive. There's a keeper by Reed who's going to be slung down in the backfield by Colin Simmons. Super talented true freshman. Has had a quiet night so far.
Yeah, he has. But, you know, I think you think about him just as a pass rusher, but he's a guy that I think as the year has gone on, he gets better and better with his eyes. That time he sees Marcel keeping the football and is able to chase him down from behind. Great pass rusher. What a future as a true freshman.
So again, Reuben Owens playing his first football of the season back in the game, has it, and doesn't get a chance to flash his great speed. Knocked down quickly. Anthony Hill Jr. made the stop. It's going to be 3rd down now.
Like Texas has done to so many opponents before, they are not giving up the big play. A&M cannot get the ball downfield at all, forcing them to have to sustain drives. Here they get the ball at their own 10, trying to put some plays together. It's a tough ask, especially against this defensive front from Texas. The only drive where they sustained it was their opening drive when they had 9 plays and 65 yards when they got stopped on a 4th down. Other than that, they've not been able to keep the drives alive, string some plays together.
Trying to get it going here from the pocket. Across the middle, catch made, 1st down. Terry Bussey in traffic, showed some strength. Moves the ball to the 40 for 13 yards.
Now they brought him out of the backfield. This is a talented guy that can do a lot of different things. You can put him at receiver. You can put him in that backfield. Here they knew they'd get the matchup they wanted with him lined up in the backfield, and he's able to win that against Ty Anthony Smith, the linebacker, the freshman. Held on to that football. Smith trying to rip it out.
Crucial conversion. Now Bussey and Daniels flanking Marcel Reed. Reed took a look wide, now finds it. Space in the zone there, and Trey Watson, the tight end, all of a sudden the rhythm Elko was looking for from his offense.
Yeah, he puts this on a rope, and he has to because of, you get the ball out here, watch the safety come off the receiver to the outside. This defensive back, watch him come off and now adjust back, and he felt that, and that's why instead of floating it, he just put it on a line, tight throw, and a good job of getting it there before the corner, Mohamed, made a play on the football.
Ball batted down at the line on the slant there. He was trying to find Noah Thomas. The foul got a hand on it.
Foul and Makuba, both those guys kind of creeping down. See, they don't respect anything downfield. Nothing downfield. So they're creeping up, trying to kind of play almost like a robber, kind of spying and waiting for those slants and glance routes, those quick throws. He guessed right that time, just not able to come up with that interception.
2nd and 10, run for Daniels, who's hit early by Broughton. He held the play up, and then Trey Moore dropped him for a 3-yard loss.
This guy's having a night he would love to have. This is a dream for Broughton, who's like he's waited for it to be his turn. Uses quickness, uses his hands, able to get skinny. Believe it or not, there at 305, be able to get through that gap between the guard and the center. And Trey Moore helps him out, chasing it down as well.
One of the seniors up front comes from Houston, which is a lot closer to the Aggies campus than the Longhorns. 3rd down and very long now. Throw across the middle, incomplete. Tried to find Trey Watson again. Makuba was in coverage, and it's 4th down.
Boy, does Makuba do a good job here. This is where his experience really pays off. Watch him just, he reads the eyes of Marcel, and he looks to his right and senses that's where the ball is going. If he doesn't make that play, then I think Watson holds on to that football, but he comes all the way over from his safety spot to disrupt the timing between a quarterback and a tight end.
So the tackle for loss, Broughton and Moore setting up the 3rd and long, and the Longhorns get the stop. The Aggies got it across midfield. But now Tyler White will try to pin Texas back. Did he put too much on this one? Yeah, again, unable to knock it dead, rolls into the end zone. An opportunity slips away for the Aggies. Longhorns still up 10. Down stop for some.
Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by T-Mobile. Rock out at the T-Mobile SEC Championship Concert with Dan and Shay. Live December 7th at noon Eastern on Marty and McGee.
All the intensity we expected in this Lone Star Showdown. First time since 2011. You're watching the SEC on ABC. And Texas now, with 4:35 left, still protecting that 10-point lead. Wisner knocked out of bounds. Another fourth down stop. They blocked the punt. Walker makes the big play to set him up in the red zone, Kirk, and they can't punch it in. They don't settle for three there. That'll be second guessed by some there.
Yeah, and twice in the red zone, like you say, to get stoned. Tough matchup, especially on obvious 4th and short. The Texas defense just blew A&M up front and then shot the edges to pinch down to take away anything in the interior. Nothing at all open there.
Wisner picked up 9, and Longhorns fans saying, here we go again. Let's just hammer away, although Wisner's stopped right at the line. See if this offensive line can kill the last 4 minutes here and send Texas to Atlanta to play for the SEC championship in their first season in the conference. Nobody's ever done that, except, of course, the first ever year in the SEC when Alabama won it. But to come in and win the SEC your freshman season, gonna have a chance, it looks like. Check the Sonic drive-in recap.
Yeah, this is a turn of events. Break A&M needed a block punt, a chance to scoop it and go in for the touchdown. Instead, they are not able to do that. Third down and goal gets stopped. Fourth down and goal, again up the middle, stopped and denied again by that Texas defensive front.
Big play here, though. Can the Aggies front get the football back? It's 3rd and 1. Direct snap to Wisner. It's a little bit of a wrinkle, but another effective grinding out, moving the chains to keep this clock going.
A&M down to 1 timeout, the 2-minute timeout. Wisner now 179, 30 carries. And what a workhorse tonight.
Coming off a monster game last week against Kentucky, but an even bigger stage. Hope he can recover and rest up. Assuming they can hold this lead, he's going to have to go back to work.
Sure is.
For an SEC title on the line. Carry number 31, and he's still spinning, making cuts, and falling forward.
It doesn't appear to be getting tired or slowing down. Start to think about that Georgia-Texas matchup if this ends up holding up. And, you know, the Texas offensive line, as good as they've been tonight at home, like we talked about against Georgia, is a very, very different story. See how they do if they get their second matchup against them.
Talk more about that in the closing minutes here. Back to Kevin, though. I'm watching that with interest, Kevin. Thank you. 2nd and 4. Wisner's got the handoff. One into the left. Picks up just about a yard. Texas won't have to snap it till inside 2.5 minutes to go. 30. Concerns about that right ankle injury he suffered a week ago. Did throw the pick and gave up the fumble, but now has done a great job of handing the football off and letting the offensive line cook. Doing their thing here. It's 3rd and 3. Wisner, this time they bottle him up. So the Aggies get the stop. It's 4th down. They don't have a timeout, so it'll wind down to the 2-minute timeout. And then Texas will try to get a punt away without having it blocked.
You know, as much as this defensive line has been tested, you know, they keep making plays, just enough plays to give them a chance here.
Aggies with faint hopes. Texas will punt it away with 2 minutes to go in Kyle Field. He's 5-2 here. And all those Longhorn running backs that have had great careers, great games against the Aggies. I think of Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams broke the record, Cedric Benson. This guy's just joined the club. Contravian Weiser can barely keep his head up. He's on a bike over there.
On a bike.
33 carries, 186 yards. Didn't have a touchdown. His longest run was 23. They get the punt away, and Bussey is spun down. But the vast majority of those, 130 plus between the tackles tonight.
Yeah. Get off the bike, throw him in the ice plunge.
Well, there's time for that. There'll be a whole week of that. This Baxter, of course, the man who got injured, is supposed to be their superstar. His injury opening the door for Weiser and others to step up.
Remember, they have not been able to create many big plays downfield, too high safety look. Take that part away, the threat of that away.
It's E.J. Smith in for Daniels, who was just stopped a couple times down there on the goal line. And there's a wobbly throw, and the catch is made into Texas territory is Noah Thomas. 13-yard gain. Clock stops for them to move the sticks, and then it'll roll. And the Aggies, of course, cannot stop it.
No, good job by Reed, though, getting that ball out in a hurry to his primary receiver and able to get that clock stopped.
Pressure comes, he spins free, and he'll be knocked down. Ball is out. Texas falls on it. It's Vernon Broughton, who's had a monster night, who makes the recovery that should secure Texas's spot in the championship game. Trey Moore
knocks it loose. Broughton gets on top of it. And then after the play, something happened with Simmons, 11, where his helmet's off. And he was upset. I don't know if he was hit by a Texas A&M player or what may have happened.
But Trey Moore came off the edge to knock it loose, and Vernon Broughton punctuates a humongous night by a big man in the middle of that Longhorn defense. Best defense in the country, you think?
I think it is. I think the way they played all year. We'll see what happened here after the play. There were two guys that were tangled up at about the 30 to 35 yard line. I think it was Reed Adams, the center.
The ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by Texas. After the play was over, personal foul, number 11 against Texas. Personal foul, number 55 against Texas A&M. Those fouls offset. Texas ball, first down.
Ahmad Reed Adams for the Aggies and Simmons involved. They'll review to make sure Broughton recovered it in bounds here.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you get the pressure here. It's good coverage downfield. They're trying to force him to his left. Marcel Reed loses Trey Moore and the threat of Trey Moore. And then there's Broughton. How fitting for him to be able to jump on top of that fumble. Texas defense has played great all year. You ask me if they're the best defense. They're the most consistent defense without any question. And now they'll get a chance next week in Atlanta to avenge that loss to Georgia. Here's the penalty right there, offsetting with Reed Adams and Simmons well after the whistle. Man, we've seen a lot of that stuff today.
Well, Kirk, this defense, remember, they pitched a shutout. The Aggies' points came in a pick six. They have shut out the Aggie offense. 248 total yards. They dominated on the ground. They come to Kyle Field. And after a 13-year hiatus, Texas is going to still have bragging rights.
And you brought up a good point. I think it's worth reminding all of ourselves when Texas and Oklahoma were going to leave the Big 12 and come into the SEC, there was a groundswell of, all right, come on to the back tees, boys. Let's see how you can do in the SEC. And how about Texas? All the way to Atlanta as he puts the one up in their first year. And they're off to the SEC championship no matter what happens in that game, into the postseason, into the playoff. But right now they're focused on winning that SEC championship game against Georgia. That will be a battle of the Titans with Kirby and the Dogs and the Horns going toe-to-toe.
We'll love bringing you that one. But tonight in College Station, Sarkisian and the Longhorns come into this hostile, charged-up environment. Execute early, build a big lead, withstand a rally, overcome a couple turnovers and a block punt with a very stout defense and a deeply satisfying road victory in the rebirth of this rivalry. Tahali.
Sarkisian, this is your first taste of this legendary rivalry. How much nicer is it to walk off this field with a win?
Well, it feels pretty good. You know, the rivalry's one thing, but the opportunity now to go compete for an SEC championship, our first year in the conference, is pretty exciting, but it's going to be a heck of a challenge.
Your defense had one of the best games of their season. 4th and goal, 4 minutes left in this game to make it a one-score game. How did your defense win this game?
Our defense was fantastic all night. They really shut them out. You know, they got the one interception on the tip ball for the long touchdown, but our defense was fantastic all night long.
Almost 250 yards rushing in a game this physical against a front like theirs. What does that say about your team and how physical they have become late this season?
Well, we challenged them about a month ago that our run game had to get going. This guy right here has been a warrior, man, this last month. So just love what the O-line's doing, the tight end, and this guy's brought a lot of heart to this unit, and it's been great.
Before I talk to you, sir, SEC championship, in your first year in the conference, you will play in that title game. What does that mean for you in this program?
Well, you know, that was the goal coming into it. It doesn't matter what conference we're in. Our goal is to be champions year in and year out. That's the standard here at the University of Texas, and that won't ever change.
We'll see you in Atlanta, Coach. And don't you leave me. You were so good tonight. You know, you weren't going to be the every down back coming into this season. How did you seize this opportunity, almost 350 yards in your last 2 games?
Oh, man, you know, just coming to a program like this, when your name is called, you have to be ready to step up. So, you know, losing Cedric Baxter and having to step up play is wrong for him. You know, just being able to be there for my guys, you know, just taking on head first mean the world to me.
I mean, I'm looking at your uniform. You're covered in blood and paint, and this was a hard game for you. How did you run so hard in a game that means so much to people in Texas?
You know, something Coach Toy tells me, whenever I got the ball in my hand, I'm not just running for myself. I'm running for my family's livelihood. I'm running for my teammates' livelihood, the whole program's livelihood. So, you know, whenever I just have the ball, I know I got to get to a destination. I'm going to get there no matter what it takes.
Coach said he challenged this team to run the ball better. How can you keep up that physicality to compete with a Georgia team that's beaten you once already this year?
You know, just get back in practice, stay physical, hit the weights hard, believe in my O-line, believe in the program, whatever the game plan that we're trying to do and execute the plays when it's called.
What does this rivalry game mean to you to go off with the win?
You know, I'm a Texas kid, born and raised, so, you know, just being able to go to the University of Texas and play the Texas A&M University and just be able to come out here and compete at a high level and come out with the W at the end of the day, it means the world to me also.
Okay, we'll see you too in Atlanta.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You find a burst of energy for that interview. Nice job there. Yours, Sarkisian. Horns up.